you have to go. I talked to my brother, and he's in something called Marathon. They make it. So he said he figured that's about as good as being in it.
Yeah.
People that are making it, because there's only so much that can be made. I guess.
You have to do the way Bitcoin is. You have to do these vast, complex mathematical equations and shit in order to generate just a single one or even a part of one.
Yes, it's all that's.
And so it breeds scarcity through the fact that you need a lot of technology and computational power even to create one.
Yeah, it takes a lot of effort.
Yeah. So like you can have 100 graphics cards and a whole entire server dedicated to mining it. And you might only get like a quarter of one, maybe in a year or two.
Yeah.
I've never understood the Bitcoin.
I don't understand.
I don't either, but I think if you have any little something that you squirrel away and put aside, and you just go, especially you guys, because it's, I mean, you got decades.
Yep.
You know, so as long as it's nothing too, you know, like you never want to put anything on any stock anyway that, you know, that you got to have money or you know, you're not betting to grow or need it right away. You have to put it away.
You should put it in if you know it's an investment. Not something
that has, I think, the chance to go really big. It may not. I don't know. You know,
and it's not like you need to buy a whole one. You can buy fragments of ones, for instance.
Oh yeah, you have to. I mean,
it's 87,000 for one. But I just wanted to make sure you know that it's not like you buy one.
Right.
With Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, you buy.
What's the other super huge cryptocurrency? It's
Bitcoin and Elysium.
Elysium.
Isn't there Doge?
Yeah, that's a meme coin.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me know. Are we started? Are we on the screen? Or
well, we're waiting to.
we memorize?
He has to put us on the screen still.
Everybody ready?
We're ready.
You had to fuck it up?
Everybody got to.
You had to fuck it up, old guy?
Ethereum.
Call,
Ethereum. That's
what it was.
Yeah.
Call upon him.
Yeah.
Do you want to test some wires?
He's just gonna walk around a little bit.
I mean, it was really worth it when it like shrinked all of during like
and okay, you didn't fuck it up yet.
Like 10, 20.
Alright, start before he fucks it up.
Now it's 80.
Start before he fucks it up.
Well, it's very exciting. Yes. Welcome back. Hi, hello, good evening. Welcome back to the League of Roses. We are here with our group of adventurers who are in the Order of the Sky Blue Rose, which is one of the roses that makes up the League of Roses. These groups are monster hunters, organized by a gentleman named
Rudolf von Vichten.
Rudolf von Vichten. Thank you very much.
Yeah, von Vichten.
My gosh, I lost my
Rudolf von Vichten.
And he organized them to combat all the evil in Ravenloft. This group has seen many adventurers come and go, some in a session. So it is now morphed from what Van Richten built to a whole new group. We still have some that are very old, but they haven't even changed.
I think we did pretty good so far in Barovia. I think like 2 people died so far.
It's true so far. Yeah, so
that's true.
So far.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys have been there.
There's
for
always
quite some
chances
time.
to improve, though.
What we're going to do is go around, we meet our players, we say hello, they introduce themselves, and then they introduce their character. They've got it now down to a rocket science. It's just a couple of sentences, bing, bang, boom, but it does help us to reorientate ourselves, helps them to get talking. And then we also have a question that they get to answer about their character. So we'll look for volunteers to say, I will tell you about my character first. And we're looking for a hand or a wink or
I'll go
a
first.
paddle like the Democrats use during the...
I'll go first.
You'll go first, okay. You're going to do both of them or just one?
I'll do both of them.
Okay.
Hi, my name's Sarah. I play 2 characters. The first one is W, short for William. He is a 27-year-old human witch who is part of the Coven of Steel.
Yes. So he's a fire-ready witch.
Yes.
Well-rounded and is the best member of the unit, as we saw in a fight-off. So the question is, if your character had to switch bodies with one party member for a day, someone in the group, who would you pick, and what's the first thing they'd do?
Esmeralda.
Huh?
You'd switch with Esmeralda.
Interesting.
So you can experience what being a woman is like.
Oh, okay. What it's like to take it.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
There's always a first.
Well, he doesn't have to be a lady to do that.
Yeah, I don't know. You can bend over and spread those cheeks wide open.
Yeah.
It's not hard.
No, he wants to be on the woman's side for once.
Well, that makes sense.
That's
as much as any.
you can still do it.
It doesn't surprise me, but the first thing,
You can at least have a taste of what it feels
I
like.
guess you can push it in, you know.
Mhm.
all about
Hide it.
sex. All about
Yeah.
sex. Okay, nobody can argue with that.
Mhm.
All right.
My second character is
I didn't see it
N,
on the table.
short for.
I guess
I didn't know we could
She's
pick
part
her.
of the party, technically.
technically she
Mike might be
didn't
changing his
say
answer.
that. I didn't set the party, yeah. So.
My name is my other character's name is N, short for Nigel. He is a 55-year-old human witch who was once a paladin, and he's a blade singing witch.
Wizard?
I mean, wizard.
Wizard.
A wizard, yeah. So we've gone from a paladin to a wizard. Okay. So for W, if he had to switch bodies with one party member for a day, who would he pick, and what would the first thing he would do?
Reedy, because Reedy's very tall, and
That's right.
N is very short. Is a very short man. So he'd like to experience what it's like to be a taller individual.
There you go. How's the weather up there?
How's the weather up
There you
there?
go.
Reedy is currently the tallest member.
Reedy is very tall.
And he's, I believe, the youngest member too, so he'd like to experience it from a younger
Yeah. A little bit of jealousy there.
age. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
He has youth.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, that makes sense. These are very sensible answers. Even though one was dirty. Okay. Next up is.
Hi, my name's Richard, and I play the character Grutz Breaker. Grutz is a 7'2" half-orc barbarian wizard blood hunter. All of those things and more. He's bald on top and he has a bald face, but he's very hairy elsewhere. Kind of put that image in your head, why don't you?
Oh God. Okay.
And moving on to the character question.
Very
for this
hairy
week.
arm.
If Grutz had to swap bodies with one person for the day, he would honestly swap it with Reedy.
Nice.
Why? Grutz, whenever Reedy says he changes the weather by a few degrees, Grutz can never tell. He just says he does. He can
So
feel
you
it.
wanted.
So he wants confirmation if he actually can change the weather.
But he can.
And I don't think he knows.
How do you know that?
Yeah.
He may be BSing.
4 degrees
Yeah,
is significant
exactly.
enough to feel a slight difference.
Not really.
It is.
I wouldn't be able to tell.
There
to
is
be
a
honest.
difference between 66 degrees and 70 whatever, right? 71?
70. 4
70.
degrees is as much as you can do.
I don't know why I had 5. I was thinking 5. I don't know why.
6 plus 4 is 5.
Yeah.
I don't know why I was thinking 5.
I would like to confirm it, and plus, in Grutz technically is
There
a
is
wizard.
no way because you don't have a thermometer. So
That's
you
true.
wouldn't know. You wouldn't
Exactly.
know.
True.
It's
So
probably
that sort of
pretty
throws
cool.
it out the door.
What if he's doing 4 degrees Celsius? You don't know.
Oh,
No,
You don't know.
No.
You don't know.
What if that's Barovia's temperature?
if it's 4 degrees Celsius,
That's
that's
true.
crazy. That's
Yeah.
crazy. If
It
it's
is.
4
It's a
degrees
difference.
Celsius.
It's a
8
difference.
degrees, right? So that's a little bit. It's like double, right? So
There you
I
go.
believe.
I think it's more.
It might be a little more. I think it's almost like double, isn't
It's more for sure.
it? Is it?
Celsius? Yeah. It's significantly more. Not like 20, but like
Okay.
it's enough to know that.
Well,
4 degrees Celsius is equivalent to 39.2 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah. So
Oh,
he's
wow.
definitely not changing it. in
Alright, okay.
Celsius. Otherwise, everything would be on fire.
Yeah, 39.2 degrees. That is so
If it was
significant.
an 80 degree
Grutz
day,
would feel that. Grutz would feel
if it
that.
was an 80 degree day, that'd be very different.
Drain everybody. Yeah, that's true. Okay. All right.
Hi, my name is Michael, and I play the character Lazarus. Lazarus is a warlock, and he basically is a warlock who made a pact with the Jinn of the Tao, or the Earth. So that means he gets some Earth spells as well as the most common type of spell a warlock uses, which is Eldritch Blast. And
I was gonna say you
I fucked
wanted to
up
be
my
a
answer.
wizard, so why
Well,
would
Reedy is a
he's
wizard.
No,
I'm a
he's a
wizard.
fate. He's a sorcerer.
Yeah, but I know.
No, I'm a wizard.
But I just realized the best answer is actually Lazarus because Grutz wants to see the three-titty goddess,
oh yeah,
and he's the only way to see it.
Well, that's too bad. That might have been his answer. So,
yeah.
when's the last time you saw your three-titty goddess, though?
Yeah, when was the last
Why
time
did we determine it was 3 titties?
I
A long
It
time.
wasn't. It was blue.
It's just blue, but you know.
We're adding more to
Okay,
it.
to go into the character question, my character would probably be Grutz, because if my character had to live a little, he would want to do it in like the most fit body possible.
There we go, sex.
It's
I
pretty
knew
good.
it was going to be sex. Yeah. Yeah,
He didn't say sex. He said live a little. Maybe he wants to go party.
what do you think he means?
Well, you know,
Party.
he can't sleep. He
Yeah.
doesn't even need to eat, so anything food tastes like to him.
Yeah. Like, he
So-
doesn't have to go to the bathroom.
So
Maybe he
I'm
wants to
supposed
have cheeks of steel.
He wants to have
So
that
yeah,
nice
I'll
shit again.
infer by the way you answered
Yeah.
it that he wanted to eat.
Well, little, right?
He wants to be
You
alive
assume-
He
again.
wants to eat. He wants to drink. He wants to have
He
fun.
wants to be
I
alive
completely
again.
went to the.
Maybe he
Yeah.
wants to
Yeah,
go
you're
to
right out of
during
the
lunch.
gun.
Muscle.
But you could experience food through anybody else.
Maybe he just wants to know
Yeah,
what's
but
like
in
to
the
feel
most fit
muscles.
body.
Grutz can eat
Why
the
is
most.
that?
Oh, if you had to choose a body to get put into, would you want to be like the little scrawny Reedy or like the super buff
You
guy?
want to be
little.
little.
I'm
The
not
camera's
little.
got the
I'm
camera
the
got
tallest.
messed up.
Because you could put on a lot more
Nice.
weight.
Hang on.
To be fair,
Yep.
his choices weren't very good. He gets big, scrawny, basically paper.
I just gotta adjust you.
What
You
we
can keep
don't
talking.
know is how much of Lazarus answered.
Yeah,
that,
basically,
but,
my answer is Grutz because he wants to live a little, and Grutz is the most fit person to do all the standard living things people do on a daily basis.
Like going for a jog.
Like going for a jog.
Just gotta adjust you.
What
You
we
can keep
don't
talking.
know is how much of Lazarus answered.
Yeah,
that,
basically,
but,
my answer is Grutz because he wants to live a little, and Grutz is the most fit person to do all the standard living things people do on a daily basis.
Like going for a jog.
Like going for a jog, eating, drinking, sleeping, all that.
So I still maintain that anybody else you on here could have done it, and so
Yeah, but-
the implication that
okay,
you
so,
started
but
out
no.
Okay, so
is that you meant sex in the first
Okay.
place, and now you're trying to walk your way
Do you,
around
okay,
that.
would you rather?
Drew, here's the question: would you rather keep your body, or if Henry Cavill walked by, would you rather be in Henry Cavill's body?
Well,
If you could be Henry Cavill for a day.
There you go.
but hold on, you
Should
didn't
I
let me
go
answer.
Henry Cavill's body
You
too?
said only one other person. You have the choice of like 5
Okay,
or
then
6.
let's get 10 other people then. Random people in the street. Would you pick Henry Cavill? There's 9 other people. The average
Depends
show.
on the person. Yeah.
The answer
They're
is
the average Joe.
the average show. There's only one good answer. If I had to pick,
I
I'd
think
pick.
we're all very odd looking.
I
don't
agree.
think- and that's why I picked Esmeralda.
But the healthiest choice would have been Grutz.
She's probably the most
I
attractive
totally
one.
pick Grutz because you think Grutz has a big winky.
Oh my god.
So anyway.
Honestly,
This is
Es-
the one with
I think if we go
the
back and look at the video, if it's still right.
You're the one thinking.
honestly, Esmeralda is a good
Yeah,
choice.
You're the one with
But
the
I would never
head
pick a girl.
No,
net.
I think that's exactly what you meant. But anyway, we will.
You're lying. You said.
I was going totally on your presentation, how you said it.
It's a dog fan.
All right, so finally we only have one person left.
All right, I'm Mike. I play Reedy Woodworth, the weather wizard. He's 8'2", and that's
The weather sorcerer.
That's
The
a
storm
wizard.
sorcerer.
Weather wizard.
The storm sorcerer.
Weather wizard. It's not
Sea
very hard to
sorcerer.
remember. Only fools would get it
Sky
wrong.
blue sorcerer.
Only fools would get this wrong.
What fool?
You.
You're the one that's wrong.
No, he's the weather wizard.
Everybody on the table says there's
No,
such
because
thing.
weather wizards can't change the
They're
temperature
all
by 4
sorcerers,
degrees.
right? You guys?
Weather wizards.
No, weather wizards exist.
Weather wizards can change the weather by 4 degrees.
You're
Fahrenheit.
storm
you
sorcerer
have not convinced
cannot.
anybody, but go ahead.
Put in parentheses Fahrenheit.
You have not convinced anybody.
That's all right. That's all right. You,
Is
you
weather
can all be wrong and I can be right.
Whether with an actual D&D play, is that an actual D&D? What do you want to call it? Like a rogue?
No.
No.
That's not.
No.
No.
Okay.
But a weather wizard.
We rest our case.
But a weather wizard has a unique ability that the storm sorcerer doesn't, such as changing the weather by 4 degrees.
And what
Yeah.
That's it.
Up or down.
Up or down?
Up or down.
Not sideways, because it can't.
Not sideways. Okay, so what does he look like? He looks like Merkel.
Steve Urkel.
Steve Urkel.
Steve
Merkel. Okay, Merkel. And only he's what, set 8'2"?
He's 8'2".
Jesus, that's tall.
It
Okay.
is.
All right,
Yes.
so if you could switch your body with anybody else in the party, who would it be and what's the first thing you would do? And don't say eat a sandwich.
Well, he would be Grutz and he would eat a sandwich.
I don't believe it.
He would be Grutz, and he would simply do his normal duties because he would still be the leader of the Sky Blue Rose. He'd be one of the-
only.
He would still be one of the co-leaders.
So you, So you do acknowledge that he is the leader.
No, yes, co-leader.
Yeah, we're co-leaders.
Co-leader.
We co-leaders have to acknowledge each other. It doesn't work.
Exactly.
I agree. Okay.
Exactly.
Well, that answer led us to nothing about anyone. So
That's all right.
However, I think we started with the clever one. So, although the 3 kid ladies, it was a good answer.
Hi, buddy.
Okay, Rufio. Thanks
Only
for the
if it
visit.
is.
All right. So it's time to start our adventure. Last time we don't know what we were doing. We have to have somebody. Rufio off.
Wonderful, man.
Sorry.
Tom's not here to.
Oh.
No, it's good.
Keep going. Keep going.
It's good.
There you go.
All right. So we need somebody to do a recap. It should be a pretty easy recap. Too bad we have to waste it on somebody that's usually
Paid full attention.
he hasn't got a clue what happened last time. But go ahead.
So last time we were walking around.
Walking around. We were walking around.
Very good.
And then as we were walking around,
we were walking around.
some people got some little worms on them. One of them ate it, and the other ripped it off. And then we got attacked by worm monster men. We slaughtered them. We destroyed them. They really weren't a threat. They were absolutely nothing to us. It was basically like fighting ants, right? You know, like it really wasn't that hard. And then we continued.
Chipped away.
No. Didn't do anything. Didn't do anything.
Grutz decided to show how manly he was.
The weather wizard was fine.
Yeah.
Well, of course, because you stay back all the time.
That's not true. I fought bravely.
Did you?
I did.
You did.
I killed 2 of them.
You fought bravely.
I fought bravely.
Okay.
Destroyed 2 of them.
One of them's name was bravely. Okay.
All right. And then we continued
So you
on.
killed 2 zombie things.
Oh, they were zombies. I thought they were worms.
Well, they're corpses filled
They
with
were wormy
worms.
boys.
They're like corpses controlled by the
Yeah.
worms.
And then we continued on a little bit, and we found a fountain that was kind of like murky looking, a little creepy looking. And the weather wizard, so intelligently, so wisely, electrocuted it.
It's all about the weather.
He used his thunderbolt to electrocute it, which should have killed everything in it, but I guess it didn't. I guess it didn't do anything to any
It
of it.
did 27 damage.
Oh, sick! That's awesome.
You said 27 damage.
Yeah.
That didn't kill it. No.
That's still pretty good. But
Well, he's
that's
happy.
still pretty good. I thought it didn't do shit.
You know.
And
And
then
imagine it's like heals from the laying damage.
one of us
That's
just
actually.
and then one of us
Actually, a
stupidly
eel.
went into it. Anyways,
Who's that?
I don't know.
the frog guy, W. He went in there because he was a frog. And then I think it was Lazarus went in connected to a rope, thinking, I don't breathe anyways. I guess it's okay to.
Well, why did Lazarus go in?
Oh, because he got attacked by like a squid monster or some shit.
Yeah, he went into.
And then-
he went into.
Investigate.
You should say it was W that.
Yeah, W went in because he was a frog, and then he got attacked by a squid monster, and then Lazarus went in to try and help, but I don't
Lazarus was
think
a hero.
I don't think it really helped. And then
You don't think it really helped?
I don't think it helped.
Well, that's because W helped himself by banishing.
Yeah, I don't think it really helped.
I didn't know we were getting your opinion.
I don't think it really helped. I don't think it
And
did
then
much.
basically
That'd be
W
questionable.
went back out of the
Wait a
water.
minute, he's
Yeah, fine, yeah. What the hell are you talking about? What are you going on? I'm
Are
not
you
doing
gonna give your
I think I'm doing pretty good. W got out of the water, and then N turned him into a giant shark.
The W turned to N into a
Oh,
giant
other way around. W turned N into. Hey, I was pretty close. At least I got the right characters, and I got the animal right. It turned him into a giant shark, and the giant shark was bigger than the fountain, and it crushed everything in the fountain, and then they made it a little bit smaller, I think.
Yes.
I think that's all I remember. I think we killed it. That already got away.
Not quite. No, not
We
quite.
beat the shit out of it. I know that. So I think somebody pushed it to the back.
Oh, I did.
Yeah, he pushed it to the back.
Yes.
That was more useful than jumping in the water. I'll say that.
Do you remember what I said happened to Lazarus?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I remember now.
Didn't he get squished?
Well, it's called grappled.
Oh, he got grappled. Yeah. My favorite fruit, the grapple.
The grapple.
What happened because he was grappled?
Well, he got
Yeah.
something happened to him.
What happened to who? He got inked.
No, not quite. He didn't
I don't remember. I think I did pretty good on everything else.
The fact that most of the time your head is in.
I don't remember what happened.
So what happened to Lazarus? Anybody?
He got
He-
haunted disease.
Yeah, he got diseased.
He has a
I was basically right. I got inked.
He didn't get ink. He got a disease.
That's basically.
Basically, the disease states
I
you
thought-
can only heal inside of water.
That's correct.
Yeah.
So that's until you can figure out.
Yeah, well,
Which
someone
means you're
has-
long resting in the water.
Someone has a cure disease,
If somebody does,
and
so
that is
somebody have that.
someone that I have.
There
Yes.
you go. All right then, so it's not going to be quite so bad, and I think that's good as a general recap.
pretty good,
okay,
pretty good.
You are at the Burgermeister's mansion.
Yeah, we're at
With us.
Burgermeister,
You
yeah.
have the picture of the Burgermeister
Yeah, that's what I said.
on the thing, and that's where you went in.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Okay. And so you didn't say that. But
Yeah, I was gonna say.
So the other thing you neglected
You didn't ask.
is that you were kind of in the garden
You
area.
didn't ask. Hi, little guy.
And okay, so you're just walking around, right? Basically, you're walking around. Okay. So let me go ahead and pull up our the garden.
You should say that. Don't be scared.
So we basically have 4 of our people outside of the fountain, and that is Grutz, Reedy, who's always in the back. W has moved out of the water. I don't think you took any grief, did you? In the
No.
water? Not really, no. Esmeralda, who is not doing very well because she got hit by a lot of
The things.
things. And then we have Lazarus still in the pool.
Yeah.
Or in the fountain. The fountain is 12 feet deep.
And that's gonna be
deepest.
fun, nothing in
And
there.
then we have representing our shark, we have a chicken. Now, this guy got blown back just because I've got it here.
Yeah, so
Doesn't mean that's where he's at. So I'm gonna actually move
I thought you hit the wall.
He left the water.
He did hit the wall, but what it means is, okay, thank you, Rufio. Yeah. Basically, really what it means is you can't see me. Hey,
But the shark can sense it.
how?
How do you know how sharks see in the water? Their eyesight isn't good. They sense via their.
Yes,
lungs.
I have a line sight for
And blind
60
sight,
feet.
Yeah,
Yeah,
So they got black eyes.
he doesn't need to see it.
Line sight for 60.
That's why they got black eyes.
Sharks don't need to see.
That's why their heads are. That's why the eyes are on the side of their head and they only move forward.
60 feet.
No, I think probably like 40 feet.
Drawing like that can do me good.
Yeah, line sight allows a creature to perceive its surroundings within a specific
Didn't know
radius.
that. Okay.
And that's Mother Nature. That's a real life.
All right, so here's our order of attack. I think we went through our order of attack, so we should go back to the same order of
Yes.
attack. Right?
Yeah, I think we're at the top.
Yes.
I remember I was doing the best here.
Okay, so we start with Esmeralda. I'm representing Esmeralda, and she doesn't have a freaking clue what's going on. So, trying to think of what she would do. Why did this do that?
So for some reason, her vision is sent just click on her thing for some reason. Click on Lazarus real fast. I want to see if it's going to set the vision. Okay, so it's only her.
Yeah, so I just wasn't that too.
Oh, she probably wasn't set. So her vision is not accounted for.
I don't really think she knows what's going on because she can't see in the water.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to pass on her.
That's fine.
This is what I was afraid of. He's just going to be a pain in the neck. So we'll go to Ann.
And it's gonna find him and bite him.
Ann's going to find him and bite him. Okay.
I'm the chicken.
All right. I guess you go 20 feet and you're going to
Yeah.
go bite him.
Yes, I am. Does a 16 hit?
I think it does.
I don't know what I have you in there.
I'm gonna watch. Away from the water edge.
Let's see. Yes.
Well, I think Grutz needs to get dragged in the water too.
22 damage.
It's probably when he walked by just a sec ago.
I think it was before
I
that.
don't really know what to do. The only thing I can do is take him and put him in.
I'll only be able to hit twice with a sword. So I lose damage. I will lose damage. But it depends on what the AC gain is, though.
Yeah.
It depends on what you want to, how you want to
Do I want to be tankier or do I want to be more damage heavy? It's going to be the question.
Okay, so yeah, and again, it's like a dragon in flight. It's kind of, the wings are spread out.
Yeah.
And you can tell that the dragon itself is all silver.
Oh, that's cool. I'm gonna jump off and try to go to land.
have any rings?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, it depends on how you want to handle this. Because you don't know what's going on in the water.
You can Captain America it and just throw the shield.
Well, okay, so
It's
I'm gonna,
not round. It's
so what am
like
I gonna do? Throw the shield, Michael, and fucking
What are those
how am I gonna match the
shields?
with the
It's like a
shield?
standard shield where it's flat on the top.
It's
Okay.
like
Tapers
squarish
down.
and then tapers.
Yeah, it tapers
So
down.
it's kind of like the
like a kite
regular
shield.
curve. It's the
Kite
curved
shield?
shield, kite shield.
Yeah, kind of like that.
It's a kite shield.
It's a very big shield.
Yeah.
Or a tower shield.
Or it could be a tower shield.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, tower shields are the ones that are like almost
really
rectangle.
big.
Yeah.
They're really big and
It's
rectangle.
very large.
Oh,
Yeah, I think it looks like that.
oh yes. No, that's a kite shield. I'll show you what I'll show you what a tower shield looks like.
And you recognize the symbol of the dragon. You've seen that symbol.
Yeah,
And you've seen
it's
it
a silver
in the
dragon.
cross.
Yep.
Oh,
Let me show you. This is the tower shield.
Oh, but isn't that all square?
No, it's a rectangle.
No, yeah, but
What's it look like?
his tapers off at the bottom where it goes into a point.
I think it's kind of like that. Yeah, that's good.
Because that's a tower shield. The kite shield is usually smaller. It's not as big as like most of a person. Kite shields can be very big. This is what a large kite shield looks like.
That's really kind of what I'm thinking.
Okay, these can be very big too.
Yeah.
It could be almost as big as a person.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think it's more like that where it's like kind of like
Yeah.
it's squarish instead of.
This is the smaller form you're thinking of, Michael. This is the bigger form that
Yeah.
fits nearly entire. This is probably what
I
it
mean,
is.
I don't have an image of it. I wish I had.
It's probably like this then.
Something like that, yeah.
With
Okay.
a silver dragon on it.
Hell yeah! I'm
I'll
gonna
have to look and
I'm just
see.
gonna chomp as far as I can
Rainey can
get.
identify it for you,
Yeah,
have identified.
that's what I plan on doing.
just in case
Well,
if
at
there's
this point, you're
something.
still on the fountain, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna do a chomp.
We kind of did a lot.
Oh, that's true. That's probably my action for turn. So it's we're not in combat, right?
That's true amount in combat.
He really didn't move. I mean, he went down the thing to get it. So your problem, I think, at this point is, I don't think you can run.
No. So I need to look up what's the
So it's
chomp,
like a
standing
standing
chomp.
jump.
Yeah. They have jumping for
And is jumping a movement or is it an action?
It's
I would say it's a
a movement.
It's movement.
But it takes double your movement. But because of the Halloween thing, it only equals the same as a movement. So like if you were to chomp, it'd take like 10 feet of your movement to do a chomp action compared to 5 feet of moving forward. But for me, because of the Halloween thing, it's equal. It would be the same.
So Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition standing high jump allows you to jump a distance equal to half of 3 plus your strength modifier.
3 plus? That's 3 plus
So
20.
21 feet.
So I can jump 21 feet.
But
I think
half
that-
of that, right? Because that's a standing jump.
Yeah, let me see.
So half of 21 is 11.
Here, let me bring it.
He said half of your your strength plus your modifier for a
I
standing
mean, you're
jump.
gonna get most of the way. I think that we have to take into account. No, I'm not gonna say.
A standing jump has no momentum.
Okay, when you make a standing long jump, you can only leap only half that
Yeah.
distance.
So I can jump 10 feet.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can jump about halfway.
I'll jump
I
halfway
think
towards
this is
them.
25 feet.
Yeah, so 10
It's
feet.
35 actually. So
I'll jump.
you
I'll
can
jump
jump
over.
out here.
Yeah. I'll jump over to them.
I had to hit the back, so I'll put you kind of.
Okay, and then I'll start swimming.
But you're definitely, yeah, you're, it's I mean, you can, if you're not quite touching the bottom.
Yeah, okay.
If you were to stand up, you're not quite touching the bottom, but close.
Okay, and then I'll start running.
Okay. Anything else? Anybody else?
The shark is gonna still.
So you're just basically gonna go around.
Mhm.
Okay. So as you're going around, as you get to this
You guys need more
area,
attention.
Rufio off. What's he doing? He just wants attention.
Jay wants attention.
He's
So
got more.
you do find a dug out area down in this area, and you can tell it's kind of like a hole that's dug into the ground, and you can see that it's probably a place where these things would settle
Oh,
and
like
nest,
sleep.
so to speak. Yeah.
Do I
But
see
there's-
anything
There's
shiny?
just crap in there. It's just there's
Okay.
some bones and crap and stupid shit,
Okay,
shells,
yeah.
just junk. It's just
Okay.
junk.
You want to take a nap? Go take a nap.
So you're just gonna circle the way
I'm
around.
so sorry.
I would not have done anything.
I just wanted to pet him. Yeah, I'm gonna circle around.
I wish he would stay down. Off, Rufio, stay off.
Just wouldn't touch it.
He normally doesn't do any of this stuff, so he's just.
I think he's
clamoring
just
for
hyper.
attention.
Yeah.
He's just clamoring.
There's a lot of people. I'm just gonna swim around till it to see if I see anything.
Okay. Anybody else want to do anything?
No.
Okay.
I'm
so,
just getting to land.
Okay, so you're gonna move to land. Okay.
Reedy,
And
identify.
as you're swimming around,
Oh.
and you're moving around, you're moving up this way. Now you're at a point where it's.
Remember,
Laura,
sharks
how
can
big are
go
you
forward
again?
and go back.
I am
That's true.
10 feet.
You're not wrong.
You're 10 feet. Yeah. So you can only go so far.
It's how they breathe.
You're
Well-
gonna sort of hit the ground.
Actually, hold
That's
on.
how they move.
I need to see how long
Can you-
enlarge and reduce lasts.
Can you jump like a dolphin out of the water and transfer that?
She could try it. It's just very good. Not gonna be very easy because you got to go all the way to the
1
back.
minute, so I think I'm still good for enlarge and reduce.
How much more time do you have?
I think
How long were you this way?
I've been reduced for probably about.
I've got
how many?
I've got it down for. Okay, so when we quit last time, we were at 5 rounds.
Okay,
You're probably gonna be turning back.
I'm gonna probably be turning back.
How many rounds do you go?
10 rounds for because I reduced him. So after those 10 rounds, I get big again. I get to
Yes.
like 30 feet.
So you've got a couple of rounds.
Yeah. And then I'm
Okay.
massive.
Okay.
You're gonna get out that water.
Gotta start moving out.
So as you're moving up this way, I'm not sure what you're doing, but you sense movement in the water.
Okay. I'm going
And you
to.
sense the movement is coming your way.
Okay, then I'm gonna swim to the stair area.
You won't be able to go that far because of your size. In this area around here, it gets to about 6-7 feet.
So you're gonna get stuck.
So you're gonna get stuck.
Then I think when I get close to it, I'm going to have W's gonna see him close, and if he
Do a mighty
figures.
shark jump out of the water.
Yeah, just
Onto
try to
land.
launch yourself out of the water.
Yeah, and then W will revert him to normal.
I'm trying to figure out how you're gonna do this.
He's basically gonna push himself as far up as he can to get to the closest to W, so W can turn him back to normal.
Okay.
Many sharks and rays and enemies reach land.
How big
and
were you
fully
again?
cover
10
the
feet?
water.
10 feet.
Yeah, you're. I mean, this only goes 12 feet deep. And
It's fine as long as I'm as close to the stair. I don't need to breathe because I'm gonna make him back to N again.
the thing is, if you're gonna try to leap out, you're gonna have to. Aren't you gonna have to try to do a run to leap out? You don't just leap out, right?
Yeah, he'll probably
Kinda
have
like
to
him
swim.
jumping.
He'd have to use his
Try to do
really
this
hard.
fair, because guess what? You sense something's coming at
Pretty
you.
sure shark can jump
So-
out of the water.
Yeah, let me see.
A little bit.
You know where I'm going, right?
Yeah, there's another thing.
Yeah, your time's up.
Oh yeah, sharks can propel itself out of the water.
Sure, but you can't do it from standing still.
Well, isn't he swimming around?
He has to be moving. As
Well,
he
you
goes
know,
forward.
we could
That's
just
what
do
I'm saying.
the D&D 5e thing because Grutz was able to jump half his strength.
Well, the difference is
Standing
it's a fish
still.
versus a person on ground. Right? You're in water. What are you leveraging yourself? Well, what are you pushing down on to
You-
propel yourself?
Yeah, you're so it's
Nothing.
just like a pool. You're running up into a pool, right? So you're running.
Have you ever tried to chomp
Well,
in
isn't
the
it
ocean?
like a slope? It's a slope.
but it's a very quick slope.
Technically, if he hits land, he could use that to propel himself.
Yeah.
Well,
I
isn't
could
it-
like push
but
myself
isn't
with
it
strength.
fun? 'Cause
I'm
sharks,
okay with all that. But
Yeah.
I'm thinking you're gonna have to. You can't just do it like this.
I mean,
and
sharks.
boom and go.
But-
You're gonna have to get a running start, right?
Well, he might be able to just swim up it because sharks beach themselves on land all the time.
Yeah, they beach themselves on land all the
you want to
time.
beat yourself?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's what he's gonna do.
Is that what you're trying to do?
Yeah, because W wants him to get as close as he can to the shore
He's
so he
trying
could
to get
turn into
as close as
normal.
he
I see. I thought you were trying to leap
No.
out.
No.
I got you.
I'm gonna
Okay.
beach myself.
He's trying to
Alright,
beach himself.
Okay, all right.
He can start hyperventilating and
Okay, so
gonna hit into people.
He can move 50 feet.
yeah, but you're beach. You're hitting the ground.
You're gonna
You're
have
hitting
to-
the slope. So you know what I'm saying? So I mean, I'm
Jaws could do it on the deck of the ship.
Yeah, Jaws can drag its body on the deck of a ship.
Like fish can kind of push themselves forward.
Fish
on
can push himself
ships.
on ships.
But when Jaws came up, it was using the water to push.
No,
it
but once
right
it's
up.
on the ship, it also used its body to drag
It
itself.
basically pulled the ship down and it kind of
Okay.
wiggled up, right?
But when
You're
you
not
get a
pulling this
fish,
down under you.
when you pull fish into like the land, when you put them on the ground, they still flop where they can move.
So he's saying it's not the shark wouldn't be dead in the water if it absolutely wants to move. It can still technically move. Itself,
Yeah. It can still try to flop itself.
right. Like let's see. Let me see if I
Okay,
can.
I'll give you the benefit of the doubt and move you like right up there, but this thing is going to be like coming right up and it's going to be right on top
Let
of
me
you.
see if I can pop up a.
Well, how tall is that thing?
Just watch sharks beach themselves upset.
Swims 40 feet.
Yeah, see that shark's moving.
Yeah, sea sharks can do
The
it.
sharks are moving.
Large,
See, it's
so
moving.
it's the same as
It's
N.
moving on the
It's probably
boat.
moving slowly.
So it's
It
10
is.
feet, which means it's also going to be
so if
visible.
it's gonna poke out of the water, I'm just gonna blast it.
Well, at the very least, Sarah, it can't
Well,
drag you.
poke out
It
of
can't
the
drag
water.
you, Sarah, as a shark. You're too big for it to drag.
Well, my concern now is you're going to change, right?
You can choose
The
not
other thing
to.
is he's going to change you.
You can choose
This
not
thing
to.
is coming up on top of you, and it's going to, I mean, it's going to get to par,
Yeah, but if
that's
he,
for sure.
but if he's still a shark and he sees him getting grabbed, it's whether or not he would change him back. Well,
Yeah.
You're definitely going to see him, yes.
Yeah,
This
then
is
I wouldn't
coming out
change
of the
him
water.
back if I could see
Okay,
that.
I just
But
want
what
you
I
to-
will do
You
to
kinda
fuck this
beach
thing
yourself.
up.
This is where I think it's that you're
No, I know.
beach
But what I am
yourself.
gonna do is W's gonna cancel his reduce, and he's gonna make N giant again.
Okay,
So this
he's
thing
gonna
can't grab
smash-
N.
He's gonna smash that thing.
So he's
Yeah.
gonna basically smash that
Yeah,
thing.
turn him into a big shark.
how is he going to smash that thing if it's
'Cause he's
behind
giant.
you?
But it's gonna rapidly expand.
It's like getting
twice the
squished by a
size.
giant sponge cube. You know?
It's like being in a car and getting hit by like your
Okay,
bag.
so let's say this thing is on top of you. All right, I'm not even going to give it the attack because we're just trying to figure this out. So this thing is down on top of you, and W is going to change you back.
No, he's canceling the reduce. So now I'm no longer a large and I'm a giant creature.
Okay, and
So it
just
instantly
expands.
makes you bigger.
Okay, so this thing's on top of you.
Yes.
Okay,
So now it's completely out of the water if it's on top of me because I am
Sure.
like 30 feet long.
sure, you're pretty much out of the water.
Yes.
Okay, let's see. I think this is a fight.
Yes.
So I
But
think
now
you
we
should
all
roll
can
an
see it.
initiative.
But now everyone can see the creature.
I'll tell you what your roll was. It was a 2.
I guess I'll take it too. Sure.
Well, yeah, it's dex to it.
Everyone
No,
rolled
This
it.
is just
No, initiative, yeah, dex to you. Yeah, dex to your initiative.
Yeah, you had dexterity to your initiative.
Since when did I do that? What do you mean?
I got 21.
You mean your modifier?
Your
Yeah.
dex.
Modifier.
Yeah, so any plus you have your
I got a
dex.
fucking 5.
13.
I got a 5. I can throw a spear at it.
I got 21.
I have javelins.
13.
I can throw spears at it.
And
That-
who got 8? Did you say 5?
I got a 5. Yeah, I got a 5. I'm just gonna be throwing spears at it, Sarah.
N got a 12.
Oh, I'm like the fisherman throwing the spears at the fish.
W got a 19.
I got a 21.
What did you get? Reedy got a 13.
Excitable.
So I'm guessing I'm gonna be the
Nobody
one.
listens.
Yeah, I got Reedy's 13, and I got Esmeralda as a 20.
Damn.
Okay.
Those are both.
Hits. I need one again. Okay, those are both hits.
Okay,
Alright, I hit it for both of them because all
Okay.
the rolls were above a.
that's okay, get it.
I need a d10 from you. Oh my god, 310. 18. 21 damage.
Total?
Yeah.
Okay.
I rolled really bad.
That's
None of those
good.
rolls.
Okay.
Okay.
So Esmeralda is going to, she's way down here at the bottom of the pool. She sees that thing explode. How far is she from 45 feet?
Dude, Esmeralda has like a crossbow.
Grutz got a new
I think
shield.
it's time for Esmeralda to do.
That's so funny. This is an intense situation.
It's true.
Yeah, we have a giant beached shark
don't
with
know
a
what's
tentacle man on top of the shark.
Touching it,
I
yeah.
thought you were about to crush it using your sharkiness.
No, he was on top, so when he's now.
Oh yeah, the shark is awesome.
Oh, he's right.
Wait, it's not in the water anymore?
No.
I can climb it then.
He's riding
I
you
can
can climb onto the shark.
Yeah, I'm gonna climb up the shark in battle.
That's why we were talking, the whole thing we were talking about. So she expanded. So you were like on top of
Little man, you are pushing it, kid.
That's funny. That's very funny.
You are pushing it, little guy.
Polymorph is a good spell to have.
Let me check the camera. Oh no, it's fine. It's all
Hey,
good.
I'm running over
Take
there.
your Kool-Aid man
Funny
somewhere
as
else.
that.
Take your Kool-Aid man somewhere else. Take the Kool-Aid man
Yeah, that's what I'm
somewhere
checking.
else.
Why does he have a Kool-Aid?
I don't know why he's got the Kool-Aid man.
Dude, do you drink the Kool-Aid, man?
Alright, I don't want to stick
He likes Kool-Aid.
Go over there.
Apparently.
Take your Kool-Aid man over that way.
Is it
Okay.
hard?
You're gonna see from Esmeralda. She's got a rapier in her hand, but instead
Shake your
she
Kool-Aid
uses
man.
her hand like this.
Kool-Aid man.
She reaches up with her hand, and out from her hand comes a firebolt. And the firebolt.
She had this whole time?
She had these things this
What a
time, and she's firing it at this guy.
That's kind of cool.
She's magic too. I wonder if she's a what are those magic knights? Fighters?
Yeah, there are some.
Uh.
It could also be a perk too. The letter she's she could be an arcane initiate.
They're like a rune knight or some shit. I don't know what they're called.
Dude, I wanted to be a fucking rune knight.
Yeah, rune knights are cool.
They're really cool.
No, not rune knight. Echo knight. I really want to be an
Okay.
echo knight.
She hits him for 9 points. Bam. He's on his card is on fire. W.
I'm gonna hit
That's
him
pretty sweet.
or throw my sword at my blade at him.
No, let's not go this way.
Okay.
Let's not go
I mean,
this way. Not Sarah to throw your Kool-Aid man?
just so you know, it's like 20 feet away from him.
Oh yeah, no, it's fine. My sword is the
Okay.
thingy that's like a boomerang.
That's right. Okay.
You take your Kool-Aid man? Give Kool-Aid
Okay,
man.
I know the 3 doesn't
Yeah.
hit, but I did roll nat 20.
Give.
Okay, well,
You
that's
gotta give the Kool-Aid
double.
man if you want me to
Yes.
throw the Kool-Aid man. Give. I don't want to fight you for a Kool-Aid man. I don't care about him.
14.
I don't like Kool-Aid.
Okay. Next up is Reed,
Give.
and then Ann.
That's 8.
It's my turn.
34
Alright,
damage.
you take
34.
yours. I don't want to play
Yeah.
this game.
Because I rolled a nat 20.
Kool-Aid man.
Yeah,
down.
that's true. Okay.
No more Kool-Aid man. You find your own
Okay.
Kool-Aid
You
man.
really whack it. Good as long. Reed, it's you.
Alright, easy. I'm going
Grutz, and then it gets to
Ed is doing nothing. He's a beached whale.
You can
Do you
roll.
think if I
Aren't
did
you
a-
covering most of the fountain?
Yeah, now he is.
Yeah, basically you're all over the place.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna use that.
Okay.
Well,
So it'll be Reed, and then Ann and Grutz.
I'm wielding the shield. I'm gonna be bored, sword and board.
You're gonna use the shield.
Yeah, sword and board.
Okay, so
He's 20 feet away.
What are you
so
gonna
just
do
make
with the
sure it's
shield?
something that's
Just use it as a
20 feet
shield to
away.
block.
okay.
Oh, now it gives you an AC boost.
Yeah, I'm just gonna use my lightning
You get
sword.
+2 to your AC.
Fuck yeah. That's what a regular shield does. Now its magical effect is what we're gonna have to find out.
You turn into a dragon.
No, I don't think so.
I'm just gonna.
When I level up,
I
I
thought
can turn
plus 2
people
was
into a
pretty good
dragon.
shield.
No, that's just a regular shield.
A regular shield?
Yeah.
Yeah, shields give you 2.
Yeah, shields. just give
No,
you
well,
plus 2.
I think bucklers
Okay.
give you 1.
Yeah, but big shield.
If I use lightning bolt, will it hit the shark too? You think?
Yes.
Like
He's on me.
That's a tough call.
It's gonna hit
I
me.
mean,
It's
It's a line.
A tower shield is not
It's a line.
It's
It's
5
going
feet
to
wide.
hit. Yeah, it's.
see, Sarah, a tower
It's
shield
gonna
will
hit
provide
me.
plus. See, +2 or +3 is what a generic tower shield would
Do
provide.
you have something like that's more direct?
Oh, why don't you use your sorcery points?
Sure, I'll use the sorcery points so that it doesn't hurt the shark.
Yeah.
Lightning bolt.
He never uses them.
Stroke of lightning.
How many does he get?
He gets, I think he has
100.
7
I think I-
sorcery
I
points.
thought it was 6.
Jeez.
6 or
What
7.
a day?
5.
Well, yeah.
5 blast.
But so it costs certain things. Let me see.
Make a dexterity saving throw. God, I hope he misses. This is one of the only good things I can do.
Ooh, I rolled a 17. He gets.
Fuck it.
I'm sorry. He
It's nothing. It's fine.
No, he probably gets half, doesn't he?
Oh, I didn't read it.
Yeah, he takes half.
He takes half.
Half.
Why? Yeah, you need to make sure.
Careful spell.
Can you? Here.
Mr. Man, come here.
He wants me to throw Kool-Aid, man.
Oh, yeah. Come here.
Throw his Kool-Aid, man.
I will.
Let me see your 8s.
Oh, so it doesn't protect me completely. I take half damage.
Oh, well, you're already taking half damage.
Okay.
Well, unless you take a dexterity.
No, because you did
And your
the.
8s. Give me your 8s. Give me the 8s. Give me the 8s.
Sorry. How many do you need?
8d6.
So you need 6
8
d6s.
8d6.
So I take half damage. With his careful spell, he spends 1 point, and it
You see?
I automatically save the saving throw, which means I take half.
A regular show gives you +2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's nothing amazing.
Well, maybe it's quest related.
Yeah, we'll see. I won't use it if it's just going to be a +2, but we'll
That's
have
not
it
bad,
identified.
though.
Yeah, no, but it's just a +2. I have a +1 magical sword. That will increase overall more.
$28 damage.
28.
Half. No, but not dang. It's half.
Oh, because he dodged?
14.
No, because I meant he got a dexterity.
Yeah.
So you're hitting it with lightning?
Yeah.
Okay, so you see the lightning explode around it. It gets a little bit off.
But only half.
Yeah, but that's okay. But you can see it. It's now it's not so much attacking aggressively onto the shark as much as it's. Now it just seems like it's sort of withering. Yeah.
He is just gonna sit there.
You don't want to try rolling around or
No, if I roll, I think I might
get hit by everybody
Yeah.
else. That's true. Doesn't make sense. Grutz.
I'm going to climb the beast.
You're gonna have to climb on top of the shark
Yeah.
to get to the thing.
Yeah.
Which you can do.
Yep.
I fucked it up.
I'm just gonna say that. And
Give me
your
your
way
way
over to where it's
Fucked
at.
it up.
Because now I'm just
I was
I was gonna say because it
Yeah,
gets
you wipe it out. You basically
Okay, I also looked it up.
No
So.
more Kool-Aid, man. No more
I'm gonna roll
Kool-Aid.
it this way.
Rudy, cast Identify on the shield.
I cast identify on the shield.
That's the most important thing to do right now. What are you doing?
So for 6 minutes, I can breathe out of water, and then I die.
Okay.
I just wanted to confirm.
I mean, if she dies, she just turns back
Oh, yeah,
into a
you-
regular.
No, yeah. I just
yeah,
wanted to.
Yeah, okay. I wouldn't. I wasn't.
It's.
concerned about
I wanted to look up what,
Once you-
just in case, what
that. Once you
suffocation
die-
was,
Oh, yeah.
because I didn't want to be unfair if suffocation
This
was
isn't
different.
even- this isn't even 15 seconds.
Yeah.
But for future reference, suffocation rules is 1 plus your Constitution Meyer minutes.
A minute.
So
1 plus your constitution.
So basically,
So-
it's 1 minute.
Whack
It's
you
1
minus
minute
one.
plus your constitution is
so
0.
then it's 0.
And you die.
So you automatically die.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the sharks is 5, so it's 1
Well,
plus
they might
5.
just
No.
I think you take the
I
lowest.
think there's a roll.
I think
take
it's
the
30
lowest.
seconds.
I know. I think the rule is
The
that
minimum
can't
says
go-
is 30
Then it would
seconds.
take the
Okay,
minimum.
so 30 seconds.
If you go below 0, you take the minimum, which is 30 seconds.
Okay. So now is his identify? Don't lock him out. Don't lock him out.
He's right here.
He's
Oh,
inside.
go out?
No.
Okay.
He was seeing if he wanted to go out.
Okay. You. Okay.
But the thing is, I don't think he will because I think he thinks that we're going to lock him out.
Yeah. He doesn't like that. I don't like to trick him in that with that anymore. So it's not worth it. Okay. So how do you do identify? Is it for you? Is it just a spell or is it a
I think it's a ritual.
It's a ritual.
It takes like
Yeah,
5
I think
minutes.
It takes time.
Yeah.
off? Rufio off.
I think it takes more than 5 minutes.
Rufio
Let's
off.
see.
Come on.
Well, that's okay. It's all right. Don't worry about it.
Choose one object that you must touch if the magic item.
So you have to touch it. So Grutz is going to bring it back to you.
Casting time 1 minute.
He's gonna. He's
Oh, it's
gonna
only 1
walk
minute?
off the.
If you
he's
instead
gonna walk
touch a
off-
creature throughout the
Yeah.
casting, you learn what spells, if any, are currently affecting it. That's cool.
So you learn basically about it. Okay,
Yeah,
so
what the muck?
it's like I told you, so +2 AC while holding the shield. Advantage on saving throws against spells and any magic against you.
Everything he just said. that's
You
what
need
thing
that.
does.
Oh,
That's something that you
Then
need.
you also have this Fire of the Dragon. Use a bonus action to cast a firebolt
oh,
You know, I will ask
oh.
when
from
I
the shield.
If I level up and gain another
love
perk,
it.
I'm planning on picking medium armor so I can use a shield.
Recharges after a long rest.
No, you're not getting it.
How many
So that's
times?
just a bonus action.
How many times can you do the firebolt?
I think it's once.
Once.
It just says
Thank you
cast
for
a
keeping
fireball.
track.
So after a long rest, you can do it again. Doesn't say per day. It just says
What's
after
it
a
on?
long
What's
rest.
on the front of it? Charizard?
Yeah,
We'll go Charizard.
Sure. Yeah.
Put a Charizard on.
Charizard's in front.
Did you write that
Did you
down?
know that
No,
a
I
Cheeto
believe in you,
in
sir.
the shape of Charizard?
No, you should write down.
I plan on doing it. I plan on
That's
doing
pretty good though.
No,
it is.
no,
No, I'm gonna use it.
Yeah.
See, that's why when I asked what was the
Well,
instant
the Charizard
bonus,
on the
I knew
side
if it
was
didn't give you
very
an inherent increase
Because
over
now you have
shield.
advantage on
I
saving
wish I
throws.
found that Cheeto.
Yeah, me too.
And magic is bad for
Who's
you.
looking
Yeah,
at
that's
this?
I'm medium armor so I can use a shield. And
I
guess
can't
if you
use
get a
jack
giant
shit.
one, you-
I wanted to see if
Yeah.
M could use it, but it goes against the blade singing.
Yeah.
You can't use a shield. with
And
blade
W
shield.
can't use
You
it
can give me
either.
like a perk to give me medium armor to use a shield.
No.
Okay, because I was planning on getting a perk to make me moderate.
It says if
armor.
I'm a blade singer and I put a shield on, it automatically ends the blade singing.
Ah, barbarians can use shields.
Because I was planning on trying to raise my AC up to like 18.
It's one of the more popular ways.
Like,
See,
Okay, so you've got your shield. 2 dead body guys. They're all just basically in the water.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna turn N back to normal now.
Okay. So I can remove the chicken.
Bless you.
Bless you. Yes.
Don't you dare.
it's not for you. It's mine.
Just put N back on the map.
Let me choose.
N is still in the water.
He's gonna go forward
Off.
to get out of the water.
Okay.
very cool shield. I'm gonna use it. Does anyone want a longsword magical +1?
So
I can't use
Esmeralda
that.
is on the other
Oh, it's
side.
too
Yeah,
big.
Esmeralda.
I can only use
She's
rapier.
yelling now across to you all. There's more of these corpses over here, but there's not much else over this way.
Okay.
We'll go the way that's emptier. We don't need to deal
So
with
she
fighting.
says, unless there's something else that you want to go,
No, I think we got what we
what
needed.
you're after. So
Yeah.
she's gonna
Worth
come
it.
right back.
A shield
Yeah.
for someone.
Well, I was gonna say this adventure would have been wah. We never got anything, but at least we got something out of it.
Well,
I knew if there was 2 big scary things protecting the fountain, there had to be something in the fountain.
Exactly.
Which is why I was like,
He is too predictable.
oh, it's probably in the middle where the actual thing is.
Welcome
You
back.
figured that?
Yeah.
Well, so did he, I guess. I don't know.
I told
Why did
him
you
to
know
go
that
there.
fountain?
She told me to.
Oh, she did.
I would never have done it. I would have never
I
done
didn't
it.
know that. I didn't hear that.
Would have never
I
done
told
it.
him to do it.
Would have never have done it if she didn't say it.
You got it right.
Technically, that thing should have had 27 hit points against it already as well.
Yeah, one of the nice things is barbarians inherently get shield
I
proficiency.
took,
That's what I
yeah.
thought. That's what I thought. Just gotta look
He's
at
so
that.
happy now that he knows that he did.
I electrified that water. It was a good idea.
Yeah, it was.
Nobody said it was a good idea until I said it was a good idea.
It was. Yeah. Nobody said it
Nobody
wasn't.
gave you credit. Nobody said
No,
it wasn't.
we just expected fish or like puny
City,
guys.
yeah, they expected nothing. But look at that. Reading Woodward saved the day.
Esmeralda's going to say
Bitchin'.
to W, she's going to say, that is good spell.
Thank you. It
Yeah.
is
How many times do you do that?
once per day.
Okay.
Once
good.
for a long rest.
How big can you make something?
I can eventually turn someone into a dragon.
When is that?
Eventually.
My next level.
Wait, no way.
Yeah.
Holy
My
crap.
next level I can
But it's
turn
like a baby dragon, right?
No, it's an adult dragon.
Rufio, off.
Can you turn Strahd into an ant?
What the
Because
fuck?
once you level up.
Because that would make us
Because what's your next level? 8?
No, so
No.
yeah, level 8. So I could do
Is there
CR
any
rating
level
8.
No. No, because if we were willing to
Polymorph.
turn, he wouldn't have gotten turned into a crab.
Yeah, you need to go on people who aren't willing.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
they have to roll a saving throw for that. But if they're willing, they don't need to.
Well, it's not as bad because
So you could polymorph.
No, because he knew he
Strahd.
agreed to do it. A willing creature doesn't need to.
freaking Tui, it was a lot worse because in Tui, if you cast polymorph on someone, that person had to do a check to see if they got into shock.
So we could
It
just
died.
use that on
Yeah.
Strahd, turn him into an ant, and squish him, and be done with this.
No, because he would just turn back to normal. We would have to keep Strahd as an ant for an hour, and then he would turn back to normal.
So we turn him into an ant.
Yeah,
and
no,
put him
Sarah,
in
it is
something
baby
really,
dragons.
really tight.
Mistake
Sarah, they are baby
but
dragons.
you mistake. Legendary
Young bronze
resistance,
dragon is
I
a-
blocked that.
Sierra.
Again, decided
I could
But-
go Tyrannosaurus Rex or CR8.
But
Okay.
what?
Okay, but Tyrannosaurus Rex is in
Even
a.
if you have to be
See,
willing if you
this
change.
is the big Minium list.
No,
You see
it's
John
not
Jordan
to the
eight?
person.
You can see right there. It
It's
says
the
young
caster who
bronze, young
casts
green
the ball.
dragon.
Oh, okay, so it is
But
young.
it lasts in
But it's still a
So we
dragon.
turn it into a
Yeah.
dragon.
You get
It's
a
still
metal
dragon.
ball that you can put things in, and then you cover the little
Let's look
hole
at the young green
with a
dragon.
piece of
Alright.
tape.
Like,
So
look,
that
at
when he transforms
look,
back,
look how crazy
Yeah,
that
but
you
is.
get crushed.
you tell him, and then he's just gonna turn into fog and go back to his coffin somewhere.
Oh, see, that's bitching still.
Multi-attacking.
But it's
gonna be in the ball.
That's what. That's,
12d6
unless you
poison
trap and
damage.
miss in the ball. Wait, what
12d6.
happens?
that's why there's tape on the ball.
That's crazy.
What happens if you trap like a
I don't think I could
vampire
survive a
miss in
dragon.
a bottle or
Yeah.
something? Would it just never be
Well,
Look at the
problem
Tyrannosaurus
is, I don't
Rex.
know
You
how
just
that's
don't
gonna
Bitch.
feel the
Look
tape.
If you
at
need
the
flight,
damage.
You're assuming he's going to turn
Like a
into
40-12.
no. The dragon does.
Well, he could work differently.
The dragon's
than
12d6.
vampires, That's true.
You just duct tape
They
the
never talk about how
thing.
you try to contain the mist.
Look at this. This
I
is
don't think you can
10d10.
I think there's a spell that
It's
lets you
10d10.
contain it.
There is something like that, but you can't use it on them. I know you.
It's pretty
like a
strong.
loophole or
A
something.
lot of
It has,
people.
it has
I looked
8
it up
armor
a while
class,
ago.
140 HP and can fly.
Yeah.
I
No,
remember
it's-
looking it up 'cause it's like,
it's
why don't you
crazy.
just capture all
The bronze
Yeah,
thing would be
capture all
better
of
because
it.
a lot of
Turn
them
him
are
into
immune
a
to
ball.
poison.
Turn him into an ant
So if
put
you
him in a
pick, you
tiny
pick a
metal
bronze
ball.
dragon.
with a hole in it. You tape over the hole.
All right.
Wait an hour.
All right. Okay.
He's gonna die. He's gonna liquefy.
There you go. You got your plan. You got it.
Yay, I got a bitch and shield.
There you go.
He might squirt out of the hole, I guess.
Okay, so you guys are gonna go ahead and move back through the garden and out through the ruins.
Nice.
He just goes for every
Yeah,
toy.
something annoying.
Yeah, it's something every. Oh, yeah. I know. Okay. Yeah, when she told me she was not going to be around, I said I knew this was going to be cool. What are you going to
You're a good little guy. You just need to sit.
do? He's just very demanding.
You should teach him how to sit.
He knows how to sit. But
Sit.
He also knows not to sit for a long time.
Sit. Don't yell at it. It's not gonna do anything if you yell at it.
Okay. Here you go. All right.
Go get it.
Okay, so basically, you can, if you want, let's go back to the garden. If you want, you can go out the backside of the garden. Or you
Okay.
can go back through the.
Now I have a question. How many people needs to rest?
Not me.
I'm okay. I'm gonna ask Esmeralda, does she want a sword?
Doing pretty good, actually.
If
No,
you
I
can
use
do
my
a
rapier.
long rest,
Thank you.
that would be good. So,
I need to do a long rest.
So I don't want to have to keep having disadvantage on all my attacks.
Yeah, I have disadvantage on everything at the moment. So I'd like to get rid of my exhaustion.
Let's find a safe
Okay.
area that
Yeah.
doesn't have worm men in it or
The mansion!
The mansion.
Or
Let's go
spook
back into
dragons.
the mansion and rest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go back to the mansion.
Okay.
Because I'm also out of spell slots. For W at least.
Yeah.
Okay. So everybody go ahead and with a rest.
And Esmeralda was low
needs it
too,
Yes,
yeah.
she needs it too.
Woo, my exhaustion's down.
Yay, I did it.
So-
A long rest alone.
Michael, you store my heavy armor and shit.
I'm gonna start and be like, what kind of person do you think I am?
Your storage.
Carrying on
You
What do
can
you restore? Oh, store it.
yeah, store the armor and the sword, extra sword.
Wow.
I only need one.
How's nice to know you're the equivalent of
I'm
a,
a
Bethesda,
Bethesda.
of a Bethesda game companion where you give them all your shit.
Yeah.
No.
I was about to say, you know how there's like those storage buildings around the
Hey, I'm
what
gonna
they
say-
call? You
A walking
I'm
key.
Yeah,
gonna
walking
like,
key. He's
come
like that.
on, come on. Here to take all your shit into my space.
Anyone
Anyone have anything they need me to carry for them?
No.
I don't think anybody got anything except the
He
sword.
needs to put
No,
his
no,
armor on.
Shield.
He has armor to
I
put
got a
on.
sweet shield.
Oh, shield. Or his armor.
I'm keeping the
So
shield.
you said the
I'm
shield
short.
is tarnished?
Yes.
I'm gonna cast Mend on the shield to make it look nice.
Mend?
Yeah.
Okay. I
So
don't know
it'll
what mend
restore
is.
it. It restores it to
Can
its
you cast
natural.
prestidigitation to clean it?
Prestidigitation, I thought was what you were
Prestidigitation.
No, mend is a bit different. Mend is for
That
Is
will
that
fix it.
cantrip?
No, it's not. It's a first level
Tarnish is
spell.
like a- it's like a spell,
it repairs a single
No,
break.
it's a cantrip.
It repairs breaks and
That makes
objects
sense as being a cantrip.
like cloaks, chain links, and stuff
I
like
think you
that.
want to prestidigitate it.
You
so
mend
it's
it, leaving
better.
no trace of the former damage.
Yeah.
But I'm assuming if it's rest, it's
The
damage.
spell can physically repair
A magic item.
but it can't restore the magic to the item.
Yeah.
Right.
I can
That's
repair it.
That's okay. It already has its magic.
So it can repair it.
So what it basically comes out is it's a very bright silver.
Yeah.
But you can see that on the dragon itself, there's like flame that comes out from like its nose.
Yeah.
There's little bits of flame and like a design, and those are like a bright gold.
Okay.
So they look different, and so you can tell when you're going to activate it that that's probably where
The flame goes out.
See,
Okay.
look at how nice your shield is.
Yeah, it's a
then.
very nice
It
shield.
looks very good. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's very nice.
It's sparkly.
It's all white.
Yeah.
So the spacing and the painting around it is nice. The edge is silver.
You're gonna stand-
I'm like a true knight. I have a flaming sword and a beautiful shield.
So which do you want to be, a knight, or do you want to be a wizard, or do you want to be a barbarian?
I don't
Or a
know.
bear?
Why not everything?
Why not be it all?
Why not all of
You're gonna
it?
be it all.
Technically, he's fulfilling his wizard dreams because
So-
now he can shoot
It's
fireballs.
just too much.
Yeah, who are you to tell him that he's not
It's
living the
just
way he
too
wants
much.
to live?
It's just too much.
Grutz is living life. He's living life.
You're living into.
He has a sword that can use lightning, a shield that can shoot fire. Fucking
Yeah.
awesome.
Things are great, huh?
I don't have any other magic items, but the sword and the shield. But you know,
No, you have your 4-leaf clover hat.
I do have the 4-leaf clover hat.
He
Oh, I
looks-
need to roll.
he looks
I need to
really
roll
weird.
that. I look really weird. I do. I do look really weird.
Okay, so you guys go outside into the mansion area.
Oh, I need to roll
And
it.
it's just all, again, as you walk around through. So there's just shattered furniture all over the place and such, but you find a place where you
Oh, I
can
didn't get it for
A
it.
long rest is going to be like 8 hours or something like that. So that's going to heal everybody back up.
And my exhaustion's gone now.
Okay, that's good.
Woo.
Okay, so once you guys wake up again, and Lazarus is already up, of course, because Lazarus doesn't. Now, how does that work for you, though? How do you heal when everybody's resting? If you don't sleep or anything, you just the time heals?
Long resting can also be a
form of-
Basically, if I don't take any action and I just sit completely
Okay.
still, it counts as me resting.
He looks like a robot charging.
What?
Yeah.
No, they plug in a wall.
Okay,
He's not plugged in.
all right, so
So Sarah, you can't polymorph into a dragon because it specifies you can only turn into beasts. You need true polymorph to do that
I will get true polymorph.
at 9th level.
Okay, I can do that. But I can turn someone into a T-Rex my next level.
Yeah.
That's pretty sweet. How do you know? How do they know what T-Rexes are though?
It just comes with the books, the knowledge.
That seems
yeah,
wrong.
it's kind of
Seems
odd. isn't it?
incorrect.
It seems very odd.
I'm just
I
gonna
never
say
did understand.
somebody didn't think it out. Very
I could also, my next level, turn someone into a sperm whale.
I completely agree.
See, that makes sense. Those are probably real in Dungeons and Dragons.
that
Now,
doesn't make sense.
how you would know they exist unless you went whaling, I wouldn't know. Or read a book on whales.
do the leaders
but-
go up front?
Yeah.
Yes.
I have a shield now. I can lead in the front with the shield.
Okay, so I think we're gonna go 2 by 2.
What time of day is it?
That's a good question.
Look at that.
Grutz might finally shave his body
It's,
too,
it's basically
because he has to be a
it's
knight.
still dark, but it's like 5 in the morning.
All right.
So you've kind of slept through what is the deep of
Why
it.
don't you
foggy.
shave your
What's the
hair?
weather?
It's foggy. It's still foggy. It's a
What?
swamp.
Ah.
So
Shave the hair so the
swamp
hair looks like armor pieces.
I don't even know how you do it. Like really fine.
Yeah.
Here, let me see if I can find it.
Like you just you
That's
cut
alright. We
like
just should keep
slits
it.
into it, so
That's what
there's a
I'm saying.
patch of hair that looks like
Yeah.
shoulder piece, and then there's the break.
You guys aren't paying attention.
Yeah, Grutz is trying to think of how he's gonna
So
shave
this
his
is what
body.
your area looks like.
Ah,
You
beautiful.
know, you've
The
got
fireflies and the
bugs,
mosquitoes are in the air.
Bugs and mosquitoes.
Thank God for
around
mosquitoes.
here.
Oh,
You've got, you've got your.
This is like a buffet for it.
I'm gonna roll.
It is a buffet, but it's a better buffet. than
Take
the
2
other things that
damage.
have stuff growing out of it.
I'm gonna use my hemocrite dry, take 2 damage, and ignite my sword on fire.
That's what I do.
So you're sloshing again, and you're out.
We're sloshing.
Yeah.
That's gross.
Yeah.
I don't like that
it's,
word.
it's deep slosh.
Yeah.
Ugh.
It's nasty mess.
I'm just gonna.
And hex. Okay, so. Oh no.
Oh, we're doing the hex again?
Yeah, you're kind of out into the hex. So you come out here, and we're going to make it simple. We're not going to hex crawl because
Okay.
hex crawl is too
Long.
too much. So I'm going to say that while everybody was sleeping, Lazarus was looking around, and he
no.
walked around, and he saw
The paladin.
No, he saw a little light flying around,
follow
and
it?
he decided to smile and wave
Yeah.
and be nice. And this
Not
little
eat it.
light came
Oh no,
out.
now my Sprite coming out. My little
Okay, your
Sprite.
sprite comes out, and it
Yeah.
talks to one of the little things, and it basically the things asked it, why did you hurt us? And it explained in Pixie, it didn't know what the hell it was talking
So
about.
that was Firefly.
So, no, I didn't even know. It just said, what are you talking about? And the pixie was saying, one of you hurt us and ate us. And the imp says, no, we didn't do that. We didn't do that. No. By the way, where's the church? We're looking for this church. And the pixie was just sort of a dummy and said, oh, okay, well, it's over this way. So it points up to the north
Awesome.
for you.
Yeah.
And you also see some, so you kind of go that way a little bit, and as you walk up that way, you can see some pumpkins,
Okay.
some of those scarecrows walking around. And you
bastards.
know that the scarecrows,
Are bad.
Or bad.
Bad.
We learned.
you know that they
We
kind of
learned.
go where there's ruins and there's buildings and stuff, because they're out looking to see what people are doing. So you figure, I kind of know basically where the church is.
Okay.
So you're going to take everybody once they get up, and you're going to take them up this way, up to the north, west, and in the horizon
Is the church.
is, yes.
We did it.
Yes.
Time to pray.
Yes.
Who's gonna pray?
So you
Grutz will
can
pray.
see this.
Religious.
Grutz was in the Church of the Morning Lord for a
Just
bit.
to move us along a little bit. So. All right. So it is also, you can see there is a graveyard by it. As you're going up to the church is first. The graveyard is off to the back. We're sort of looking at a different angle to the side. So it's up to you whether you want to go into the church, or you want to go to the cemetery, or what you want to do first.
Church.
Okay? You want to go
Easy
into the
peasy.
church? Okay.
Cemetery sounds like it's gonna have zombies in it. No, thank you.
Well, we need to talk to the person first.
We need to
Okay.
speak to Gregor at
See,
the church.
Yeah, and most likely
he's not gonna be hanging out in
the
a cemetery.
gentleman's going to be in the cemetery. So we
Yeah.
probably
Go to
gotta
the
talk
church
the
first,
person.
and
We
then
need
go
to
to the
grant
cemetery.
Marina's soul with peace.
Yeah.
Okay, let me
Yeah.
find what I want to get to instead of showing every time.
So I don't have this anymore. So let me go ahead and remove this. Mike, I gave it to Michael.
It's a much better picture of the church. Here. Church,
How would I
church,
add-
church.
A weapon.
Go to the church.
Going to the chapel.
If we didn't do it, someone would have.
Come here, buddy. Okay, so.
Oh, it's okay. You don't. You just sit down and you'll be good, and people will give you attention
A
eventually.
lot of attention. You know, actually, this is probably a good time to stop.
To
just
take a
before you-
break.
Yeah, let's take a break here.
Okay.
And we can go eat our dessert, and perhaps a babysitter will come home for the latter part of our hour and take care of something. Okay, so let's break for 10 minutes. I probably need to feed him. Oh, I don't even have the microphone. I talk so loud.
You're on.
No, I just turned it off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
We may not have captured anything here. So let me see if I can.
Online camera.
You didn't pay attention.
No, well, of course.
So I think there's cookies.
But
But let me see if I can get any in, because she didn't feed.
So where are you guys at your places in the morning before we go out for breakfast? So we got off the cake.
Yeah, I told him. I told Richard 8:40.
Okay.
Because it's about a 10-minute drive from our house.
Yep.
Which actually probably makes more sense for you guys to come to our house in the morning anyways, since we're close.
We really have to already.
We go to the Saturday one. Why are we drinking on Sunday or Monday? You know?
Oh, you need for St. Patrick's Day? Yeah, you kind of said something.
So we could do Saturday and go here.
I show up on Monday. You know, because it's not even like a thing where if it was on a Sunday, you could potentially take Monday. Yeah.
So we could do it Sunday at lunchtime.
What were you trying to do? Oh. We should all want to do it. What day is? Saturday's the name of it.
We're thinking Sunday. I was thinking Sunday for lunch.
You have to come to the end of the month.
I just think I'm happy to go too.
You find one available? Yeah. I like the Irish ones.
They went back to each other.
Man's chocolate cookies are pretty good.
How many cookies did you have?
Technically 5 on
Oh, so you've just been going back to grab one.
No, I had the one at the beginning, which was Fruito one, and then before we started playing, I saw another Fruito one, so I had that one, and then I had the 3 that I just had.
How many cookies do you guys have?
5.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. The Cheetos are.
What?
Someone found a Cheeto that looks like Strahd. And they sold it for $85,000.
Yeah, really?
Mm-hmm.
Could someone just sculpted it?
Probably.
Incisions are so itchy right now.
I'm trying to figure out, like,
Man, Magic Company turns up my God. Really great cheese.
I mean, it really does just look like Charizard.
Yeah, so it looks like Charizard.
It looks like the exact picture too.
It looks like the Charizard from the side.
Well, next time you get a bag of Cheetos, just look at them and say, what can I make this look like?
Yeah.
I'd be more impressed. Yeah. I'd be more fucking impressed.
I mean, how do you, as a Cheetos factory employee, not just game this shit and be like, I wonder if I can make it look like a Charizard.
Man,
I wonder if I can make this one look like a Darth Vader.
That shield is bitchin'. That shield is really good. Sure, I'll lose the benefit of my
See, like, you're the flamingo.
but I naturally get shield proficiency.
I mean, I'm sure there's all sorts of
That's about the
Cheeto
only thing
aminals. Like, how often does, like, the naturally occurring, like,
There's a seahorse one
Weird
that's shaped
Cheeto.
that's costing $150. There's a praying man that's $20,000. Call of Duty Black Ops Raven hot Cheeto.
Yeah.
What? I want to see that one. That is bullshit. That is a fucking Cheeto.
There's a fish chicken nugget shaped crunchy Cheeto. Rare Cheeto shaped like Oogie Boogie.
You definitely need one. This is better.
There's one that's shaped like Virgin Mary.
You know what? That's bullshit because the Irish see the Virgin Mary.
Hey, there's a Godzilla. There's 37 people watching the Godzilla one.
That's bizarre. It really does look like Godzilla. The penis one. Yeah, there's probably a million penis ones. That's bullshit.
What the fuck are you guys talking about?
I feel like every Cheeto can kind of look like a penis.
Yeah.
We're looking at all the Cheeto shapes, nice.
Mike buys the largest Cheetos. This one's mine.
Like, I mean, like, why are people looking at their Cheetos before they eat them?
Look, there's a Harambe.
Yeah, you know what? Give me a point.
Why are people selling fucking Cheetos?
There's a Harambe Cheeto.
Alright, never mind. Cheetos are forgiven.
Mike
He's
was
back! Came back as a Cheeto.
My question was just why are people doing that Cheetos? Why are they?
They're just finding it.
Well, why care?
Cause it's cool.
The only time I think it's cool, someone got Cheetos.
No one's bought it, but it's been viewed 77 times in the last 24 hours.
At this point, Cheetos should still open up a fucking museum.
Wow, you can really actually. There's a Donald Trump Cheeto. Should we?
Nice.
Should we buy that for your honest
I don't know.
$5? That's what I know.
That's awesome.
What is it?
It's a Cheeto, a hot Cheeto shaped like Donald Trump doing that. pose
Really? Oh God.
For $5, but there's a Godzilla one selling for $25,000.
Selling or sold?
Selling.
A Charizard sold for $85,000.
A Pokemon.
How do you know if somebody didn't like
That's what I said. That's the first thing I
sculpt
said.
it?
That's the first thing I said. How do you know if someone didn't sculpt it?
Didn't the Cheeto sell a long time ago for something as well?
I jumped to my thing, Tom, you should start writing it.
I think it was Jesus.
Yeah.
Don't give them ideas.
Oh yeah, it was. It was Jesus Cheeto.
Jesus Cheeto?
Yeah, so someone sold a Cheeto that looked like the Jesus Christ on the cross.
That's awesome. What? I want to see that.
I want to see Jesus Cheeto.
What the fuck? I'm telling you, someone at the Cheetos factory is doing it.
Does it look like it?
It's like, it looks just like a guy hanging on a cross. It doesn't have any fucking,
Might be Barabbas.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people hang on a cross back in Rome times, too.
Actually, I've got that wrong. Barabbas was the thief who Jesus took his place.
There's also one that apparently looks like Mary holding baby Jesus.
Oh, Michelangelo made that. It took him a long time. The Cheeto factory just spit it out.
Yeah, they're just sending it out.
What's wrong with Michelangelo?
Maybe we just need to look at Cheetos.
I never knew Jesus.
I don't buy Cheetos.
Now I will say
You
that
saw a lot of
Cheeto
Jesus
looks
stuff
pretty like
on eBay.
accurate to the Charizard, which is
Yeah.
kind of weird.
I think
The
somebody.
Charizard one is weird.
And I like that they made a fake card calling it Cheetazard.
Well, they put some effort into it.
Yeah. It sold for $87,000 at auction.
That's ridiculous.
I'll show you.
At an auction house?
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking bullshit. I think there's something's off. It looks like a Charizard.
That's weird.
What's even better is it's flaming hot Cheetos. Like it's not cheese.
I'm sure if it was a regular Cheeto, we're almost over half one.
Yeah.
Can you believe you sell that for $85,000?
I'd be pretty happy if I sold that for $85,000.
Oh yeah.
I'd be happy to sell it for $5.
I wonder how many of those I've eaten.
$5,000. Somebody just fucking made a killing off a Cheeto.
Don't you wonder how many of those you've eaten?
Yes. The worst part is, a big ass Cheeto like that, I would have said, fuck yeah, and then eat it.
Yeah, you'd have tuned it up. Somebody said, "Wait a minute, I see Charizard."
$85,000 down the fucking drain.
Yeah.
In one bite.
You gotta be pretty stupid to pay that.
Of course.
You know what, though? Someone's stupider, because they'll make money off of it still.
It's probably like some
Rich
rich kid in like Saudi Arabia was like in the world that.
It's got to be somebody who thought it would be art.
Yeah. Tax break, fuck it. I need my tax break. Might as well just spend it on a fucking Cheeto.
I got the Cheetos. I should have displayed it as museum.
And I bought it for 85K, but I'm saving 150 in tax benefits. Or some shit like that.
It's sad to think that that can happen and not anybody would,
Yeah.
think twice.
It's art is one of the few ways the rich do to save money. You know, they buy the art, they use it as a tax write-off, or they'll buy art for set price and then sell it for the set price or higher price, so they can actually get money from it over time. It's like an investment.
I was trying to remember, somebody talked about that because it is. Shit, the goddamn TV turned on. You're right. I mean, it's a way to embezzle money, I think, or something.
Yeah, no, it's a big way. I watched an old movie in one of my art classes that had Banksy in it. Because he made this whole video making fun of, that he did to make fun of modern art. And
Who, Banksy?
Banksy.
Who's
He's
that?
one of the biggest artists.
He's a fucking con artist, is what he
Yeah,
is.
he is. He does a bunch of like these what he calls, he does graffiti art. But he's one of the biggest, well-known fucking artists in the world. He never makes art that people can get. He does like random art pieces along the wall and shit all over the world.
So he's a tagger.
Yeah.
He's done other shit.
He's done other
Like
shit.
he literally did like a painting, and then during the auction he has it strapped to a shredder, and when it finally got sold, it immediately like shredded the painting.
Yeah.
And that's the art behind it.
That
It's
That's
so
stupid.
no, but
It
he called it stupid too.
That's
He
stupid.
called it stupid.
He
That's
auctioned it
totally
for $25 million.
Basically, Mike, what he said is that he's making fun of them by doing
Yes.
this. Because he knows it's a fucking joke.
Yeah.
25 million?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, what did they do? Did they keep that crap?
No,
Or?
they were happy. They were happy that they deserved it.
I'll send it to you guys.
Fucking idiots.
Wendy turned me on to this guy, Paul Joseph Watson, and he talks about modern art, and it's a joke. Yeah, it is hilarious.
Earlier today, Mike and I watched a video of a guy who was throwing paint at a thing, and Mike was like, look at that stupid modern artist. Then he suddenly transformed it into like
Fucking
a
bullshit.
landscape.
It's bullshit. It's bullshit. He jump cuts so many times. He's probably putting in a new fucking painting.
Have you seen there's somebody
Gotta be
famous
bullshit.
who does a painting and it looks like it's all
Oh, he
abstract,
does it upside down.
and he has it upside down. He turns it around, yeah, and it's
Yeah, I think there was
amazing.
someone like that in America's Got Talent one year.
I think we had a guy that performed at one of our award ceremonies at Edison. Did something like that too.
Man, I would love to just
Just
like
wild.
some rich billionaire go up to some dude's art and say this is a bunch of shit. Like instead of like all the pieces of wow, what do you think the bigger meaning is? I would love to just go up to her there and say this is shit.
That's you've got to watch this Paul Joseph Watson thing on it because he talks about how really dumb it is, and it's all shite. He calls it shite. And one of them is he says they call the thing like body in motion. He says, what do you think? It's somebody like leaning up or doing something against the canvas, and they cut to it, and it's a guy on the floor, and he puts his feet and his hand on the thing, and then he turns around and he puts his feet up on it, and it's like, oh my god, it's exactly what it is. It's so stupid. It's such stupid. And then he talks about how one place somebody came along, they had their art out, and it was just stuff. And the janitor came and cleaned it all up and threw it out in the trash. They thought it was trash. And the artist got all pissed off.
They were at an art exhibit.
So
and the
funny.
lady literally took her shoe off, put it in the corner, and everyone thought that was her piece, and they were trying to buy it for $1,000. It was just shoe in the corner.
Yeah, and they had a guy literally painted over a famous painting all white, and he sold it for many millions.
Paul Joseph Watson, that's the funniest goddamn video you ever saw. He shows this thing, and it's a blue painting, and it's got a white line coming down. And somebody talks about it shows the existentialism of the blood. It talks, and then he cuts to a ping pong table. He goes, "Looks like a ping pong table." It looks exactly like a ping pong table.
I swear,
so funny.
I think artists has like friends and family
Bullshit.
planted into
No,
something.
100%.
Sometimes
It's all
with the
bullshit.
painting and making rich people
Not
think,
even that. I'm sure that
I don't know, I don't get it.
No, I think artists are with the billionaires.
And so the artists know that their shit's not worth shit. And they know the billionaires will buy it because they'll do it with the tax break from the money doesn't and stuff. And then it
That's
pops
what
up
it
the
is.
artist saying, yeah, no, 100% they're both in on it. Both sides are in on it.
Stupid, huh? It's just amazing. I would just wish I could get on that.
Yeah.
You know?
You just gotta find a billionaire who will talk up your work. That's all it is. You need rich people to talk up your shit.
I was talking to my brother about it. Bill and I were talking. He said, you know, the only person I suggest to become a politician is women. She should have done it. You go into poli sci, you make shitload of money doing nothing.
You just gotta be liar.
Talk to people.
Yeah, you just gotta talk to people.
Yeah, you just talk. And then you start getting kickbacks and shit.
Then you start saying, I want to become governor, support me. Even if you don't win, you still milk the fucking money.
The problem is you have to intern for these guys. They fuck you, you know?
Yeah.
Whether you're a man or a woman, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, they do all sorts of shit.
They'd be like, oh, you won't be up unless you do this for
I know.
Scary
shit. Wait till that Epstein stuff comes out, man.
Yes.
We thought for sure Gene Hackman was part of it because he lived next door to Epstein out in Santa Fe.
I could see that.
So there's still questions about it. They say he died of a heart attack and she died of some sort of rat crap poisoning or something. I don't know. Who knows? You know. But we'll see when that list comes out. We'll see what's going on. You know who they're protecting. So you know, there's people that have a lot more.
There's probably sitting senators.
There's people that they're paying off. They're paying them a gob of money to not give them that stuff, and if they lose their jobs, they're going to be taken care of.
And then they're like making a show out of releasing files, but they just released everything everyone already knew about that.
Pam Bondi should have been smarter than that. Yeah. I feel like she should have known better. She didn't look at it. I think she should have realized. Okay, so you come to. Well, first of all, let me turn on this because this is. Yeah.
You guys hear how the one guy from Strahd for today?
What?
John Simone. We talked about him a while back. Some guy who goes to different countries and is a nuisance.
Oh, I've heard about this.
Yeah.
There's people that do
He
that.
was finally charged for 5 years so far in prison.
And there's more
Like
coming.
10 years.
Where's he at?
Korea, South Korea.
Oh God, what a hole.
Yeah.
He's in trouble. It's
Oh,
not
yeah.
like our prisons here.
He's a
Yeah,
horrible
yeah, he's a
person.
horrible person.
He deserves to rot in that prison for the rest of his life.
Yep.
He's very disrespectful.
I mean, he showed up to court drunk and everything.
Yeah, he was live streaming drunk,
Going to court.
talking crap about the Strahd and stuff.
What a fool.
Yeah, right? He's not thinking. He's actually gonna go to
Do
prison.
you think anybody thinks about him or cares about him?
No, he's gonna be so forgotten.
Everybody wants him to go to prison. There's like literally no one
Everyone wants him to go to prison, and then everybody's gonna forget about it.
Yeah.
And I hope he just rots there for the rest of his life, because that's what he deserves.
Actually, you know, some of the prisons in Asia I've heard are pretty good.
It depends though. Some of them are really bad.
Some of them are pretty good, actually.
But some of them are really bad.
Some
Yeah,
of them
he's
are
not
bad
gonna
and
get to
some of them
stream
are
no
good.
more.
He's not gonna get to stream, but you know, actually, you know what we did? We watched a video on the Japanese prisons.
Well,
where
yeah, they have to deem you
they
useful
basically
in prison.
force you to work.
Do you think that dipshit's gonna actually?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, do you think that they're gonna give this guy that's insulted
No.
their culture?
No.
No, actually, I think he's gonna get killed. I think he's gonna get killed.
Yeah, the citizens are running it.
People were beating the shit out of him
Yeah.
when they could find him. Because what they did is called stream sniping, where if you stream in public, people can kind of figure out where you're at eventually.
Because he's dumb.
Was he making money?
Yeah.
Who?
Because the idea is, oh, he's a prankster, right? But he's more than a prankster.
Just to put it
I
on
was
YouTube
making
and
sure.
it's
I
got
was
there's
making
ads.
sure it
What?
was moving.
You just put it on YouTube.
Yeah,
and
we're
it's
like
got
that.
He was just streaming on Kick.
Yep.
That's why I wouldn't
And
be
people
down
just
with
give
it.
people donations. You can set up a donation box.
People give him it because they want to see him do dumb shit.
Yeah, or what happens, I mean, there's certain different things. Sorry, this is the most uncomfortable area ever. There's no leg room, so. Well, I got no leg room.
Why?
Oh, because the foot of the table.
There's no leg room here.
Of that little table?
No, the whole table. Well, that thing certainly doesn't help because I can't put my leg over there, but.
I was gonna say, you can move that table out a little bit, can't you?
No, if I move it, it'll fuck it up.
Okay. Well, anyway. All right, so we're back, and we're live, right?
Yeah, we
are. Okay, we're back. Okay. Hey, there's a clap. That's nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys approach this church. It's a dilapidated-looking church. It's all run down. Let me see if I can find. I think I showed you this one. This isn't quite the picture I wanted to show you. It isn't. I think this other guy has a better picture of it. If I
Sorry, we're going in.
Yeah.
You didn't have to show us.
There's a lot of stuff I never forget to show.
That's
you.
pretty cool.
It's all very nice, good pictures.
It kind of looks like the churches in Elden Ring.
Yeah, it kind of does.
That's a bad map. It looks like what?
The churches in Elden Ring, the destroyed ones, that look like ruins.
Yeah, this one guy has much better. Benios is his name. He's got better artwork and stuff for it. So I'd like to show him when I can. Okay. All right. So, are you just gonna?
Wow,
crash
that's
it?
beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna knock. We're gonna be professional.
You're gonna knock.
Yeah, we're gonna knock.
Okay.
Hello.
Let me go. Why do
Hang on
I?
again.
This is
Yeah,
it's
it's
quite
right.
full. Church.
Hello. Hello. We have you surrounded. This is the IRS.
Have you surrounded?
This is the IRS.
We've seen your paying taxes the last 2 centuries.
It's been 200 years. You haven't paid your taxes.
We have you surrounded. Okay, I like that. Okay, well, you go up the steps, and this is a dilapidated church. They're not giving me any. Ground fog envelops this crumbling ruins of an old church. That's it. Okay, so there is a door. Oh, I moved reading.
Is there no door on the door?
There is a door, but it's not closed. It's hanging off the hinge. You can basically just go right in, and as you go in, you see
church.
you see these glowing figures sitting around, standing around.
Yeah, of course, let's kill them. Let's kick their asses.
Everything is broken up.
Yeah.
We're gonna meet the spirits anyway. There's no way that one.
Kick their asses. They're sitting in a fucking circle of evil. Kill them.
The pews are all, obviously, as you can see, they're torn apart. Everything's is just a mess. It's all crumbling. There's no, the walls are crumbling down. The ceiling above you is basically open. And inside here, you hear this. There's a gentleman at the very front.
Hello.
There's a ghost of a priest who stands in the center of the altar giving a sermon.
Oh.
A whispered voice echoes in your mind. The ghost's mouth does not move, but you swear the whispered voice is that of the ghost's. You notice several spirits of parishioners listening to the sermon. And now, I'm going to play you the sermon.
Nice.
And you're going to listen to the sermon. And I got a special, it's very special. All right, let me turn let me turn this up. Well, I might blast you a little. Sorry if it does. I'll turn it down. Here we go. The sermon. Here we go. What a big beat.
Wow. This is a nice sermon.
Hold on. It is speaking, but we can't hear it.
Is it on Spotify?
No. It's on this thing, and it's supposed to. God damn it!
There might be a setting on the app that lets you increase the volume.
I don't know where that is.
There's a music thing. There's a music symbol to the left. If you look on your thing,
Try to find the music symbol.
There's the music symbol.
No, well, yeah, that's the music right there. Just turn off some of them, maybe one of them who wants to. Oh, go back.
We turn that off.
Yeah, go back. Do you see on the left of the screen there's music? No?
This one?
Yeah, click that and see if it. No, it's just animated sound.
God damn it. It worked before. This pisses me off. Come on. There's all the crap that it's supposed to say. So it thinks it's playing it. God damn it.
Huh. Look at that. Come on. Look up on how to turn up the volume of it.
Foundry.
Is it background volume? Go to.
Hold on a second here. Let me do this. Let me make sure you guys are in here. God damn it.
Click.
So you can hear it.
Go.
Yeah, I can hear it slightly, yeah.
Go to the middle on the Chicago.
Oh, I can kind of hear it.
Go to. Is there anything about sound there? No. Click on the little music icon.
Little music icon.
Can you just turn it on the TV?
I tried.
I tried. I tried to think outside the box, but it didn't work.
Good job.
Maybe I need to try thinking outside the box.
The bones just so out, so protruded.
Little volume controls.
Is that better?
Oh, maybe try turning
Is
it
that
up.
better? We did it!
I tried to move it and you can keep it going, and then click clicking on it. Maybe it ends with the
There you go.
See us through this darkness. Some light will pierce the darkest shadows, shining its holy light upon the evil. We must not let our corruption of the flesh consume our souls. Stay true to the Holy Lord, and He will bless each one of you. We have some new parishioners. Welcome. Please join us. Are you here to have your souls set free? Free of the darkness that plague these corrupt lands?
Do we answer it?
Sure.
No.
So these ghosts, some of the ghosts are ushering for you to come forward and take the seat. Do you want me to play it one more time, or did you catch the drift?
Well, we got it. Basically, they asked if we want to join them.
Right.
Yeah. Why not?
I'm gonna say
We're some party people.
we're here under the guidance of, what was the guy's name?
Sir Emmerich.
Sir Emmerich. He mentioned he's trying to help reconsecrate one of the tombs of his
Marina.
fellow comrades, Marina.
We need Brother Gregor.
We need Brother Gregor to help us. Which I'm assuming
He says, "My name is Brother Gregor.
Told you.
Yeah.
We wanted to
I am the father of the Church of
He
Berez."
wants to take
Oh, this
that
is not
soul
Father
out of
Gregor.
that
You
body.
don't know that.
This is not Father Gregory.
You don't know
Yeah,
that.
you do it. Yeah, go ahead. Do it.
I was a little scared that I heard Gregor and I thought it was Gregory. I got a little scared
You
there.
don't know that. What if this is part of it? Right? I don't know.
He looks at you all and he says, "Have you come to become new parishioners?
No.
Why have you come? To
We just
pray
said.
to the morning Lord?"
No,
we
we
just said.
come to beseech your aid to help consecrate the tomb of Marina.
I knew nothing of Marina.
Is that her name?
Yeah.
What's your last name?
Say the last
Sir
name.
Emmerich, Dark Lord,
Sir
thought to be
Emmerich
vampire.
sent us here.
Vampire crypt defiled by
So we need to
malevolence,
do
crypt in
a-
Barris, seek Brother Gregor in church. Will
Oh,
grant
right.
Marina's soul with peace.
Ulrich.
Sent you here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It says Emmerich here.
Ah,
Ulrich.
hold on, let me check.
Which one is it? Is do.
Someone wrote it down wrong.
Potentially.
I think you have it right. I think I have it wrong. I think that's. Hold on.
I
Here.
feel me wrong.
That is his first name, yeah.
Yeah, the romantic. Sir Emmerich the romantic.
Ulrich? Emmerich Ulrich?
Yes, Emmerich.
Okay. It should be Laszlo Ulrich.
I have Emmerich.
That's.
The
That is-
romantic. He wants.
You're talking about, okay, so this is not him talking to you. You're talking about the guy in Argynvost.
Yeah, he's the one who sent us.
He sent you, yes.
Yes.
But Brother Gregor says, I know not who you speak. I'm not trying to be difficult. I am here for my parishioners.
Oh,
You may join us.
Oh, we also have one more thing. We have the remains of the Laszlo's, the former mayor of the town's son. He wished for you to help us bury his son and consecrate the ground where he gets buried, so he can rest in peace.
Give that man a hearty handclasp.
Poor Orling. He was the bravest of us, giving his life to protect us from the Dark Lord Strahd. It was the Dark Lord Strahd who killed him, impaled him on a pike outside of Castle Ravenloft as a warning to all. I helped his father, Burgermeister Aldrich, retrieve his body to bury him here in our graveyard. At last, the Dark Lord was upon us, destroyed the town of Perez, cursed its people, and put the Burgermeister and me down. A horrible death I should not wish upon anyone. Bury Oleg's remains in the graveyard, and I shall make sure they are protected.
Thank you.
Okay, cool.
Thank you very
We'll
much.
do that.
We'll do that.
Do you know of any?
Hold up. He's gonna say more.
I got one more button.
Oh,
You already did a good job.
I could call upon your service to rid this lot of evil. I would be most grateful, and I would finally be able to rest. The Dark Lord Strahd had taken an interest in Marina, a young village girl whom he believed was the reincarnation of Tatiana, a woman whom he is obsessed with. The Dark Lord began to turn Marina into one of his undead vampire brides. But the Burgermeister Ulrich and myself ended her life and freed her soul before she could be turned. The Dark Lord built a monument to Marina, which stands north of the church in the swamp. The Dark Lord has continued his search for Tatiana's soul, and many a young woman has Strahd turned into vampires in this search. Many Barovians are born without a soul, and those who are turned into vampires without a soul become vampire zombies.
Oh, I didn't know
Several
that.
young women whom the Dark Lord has turned were without souls, and became these horrid vampire zombies. The Dark Lord Strahd entombed these soulless vampire zombies in a secret crypt. That secret crypt lies beneath Marina's monument.
Oh shit.
These zombie vampires must be destroyed.
Oh
and
no,
the
he's not
earth
asking us to do
has
that.
consecrated sacred ground, protecting it from the undead and future zombie vampires. There is a prayer book in the church. read the following prayers. The salutation to the dawn, the sunset prayer, nevermore night supplication, the death prayer, the prayer against the undead, and finally, in your name. Together they will bless and consecrate the crypt as sacred ground. You will also turn any remaining undead in the crypt to ash.
So we wanted to do that.
Prayers must be read in order in the center of the crypt. You must not be interrupted during the blessing. I will know when it is done, and with Oleg's bones finally put to rest, and the crypt as consecrated ground, I will finally be able to rest. Marina's monument lies to the north of the church's graveyard in the swamp. It is but a short distance. A riddle locks the crypt. Solve the riddle, and you shall enter.
Let's do.
So I didn't get the whole thing. I got salutation, sunset,
I'll
nevermore
give you
death.
the list.
Okay.
I'm gonna help you.
Is it already in order from what you said it?
I'll give you the order and I'll.
Okay.
You have to remember what the
Because-
riddle was.
Yeah. So I gotta help you with the riddle a little bit.
But he can't give us the answer.
I can't give you the answer, but you've already heard the answer.
May your heart guide you always.
That's fantastic. I wish I could say that's it. Yes, that was good. So there's a reason I played you these audio things. The answer was in.
All the ghosts, what the ghosts, the background ghosts were saying.
You know what? You guys are really smart. I gotta give it to you.
I get it, I like the voices behind him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Listen, I wasn't
Yes.
paying attention to those voices.
Yes, it's
I
Those are
just-
not easy. Those are not visibly heard. Or,
They're
you know,
very hard to hear. So, I mean, you guessed it. I'm going to give it to you because otherwise I don't know how you would get this.
I heard like whatever, what is it? Fucking Voldemort says. In
I'm not gonna lie, I thought they were just fucking creepy voices. I know.
I heard parcel tongue.
I know, and it was, but I'm telling you, I'm
Well, can
going.
you replay it so we can?
I will.
Yeah, let us replay it before you tell us the answer so we can figure it out.
I will.
Okay.
So, they are talking in all three of them.
Oh.
Okay, that last one is really long. However,
It is
I
long.
think it's the one that you can hear them the best.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can play the first or second one, which are shorter. So let me play the second one, which is the short.
Okay.
And see if you can catch it, okay? And I'm just going to give it to you because it's really hard. You would never figure this
So
out.
what's the riddle?
Well, no, the riddle's the answer of what
We
the
gotta
ghosts were
wait.
saying. Just wait till we hear it.
Oh, okay.
Poor Oleg. He was the bravest of us, giving his life to protect us from the Dark Strahd. It was the Dark Strahd who killed him, impaled him on a pike outside of Castle Ravenloft as a warning to all. I helped his father, Burgermeister Ulrich, retrieve his body to bury him here in our graveyard. At last, the Dark Lord was upon us. If I could call upon your service to rid this lot of evil, I would be most grateful, and I would finally be able to rest. The Dark Lord Strahd had taken an interest in Marina,
Son.
a young village girl whom he believed was the reincarnation of Tatiana, a woman whom he is obsessed with. The Dark Lord began to turn Marina into one of his undead vampire brides. But the Burgermeister Ulrich and myself ended her life.
They could see either taken by the sun or taken by the whispers or something.
Okay. I don't know how to turn it off. You think it's taken by this? What'd you say?
Son.
Son.
Okay. Do you want to run with that?
Taken by the whispers.
I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you yay or nay, but it's up to you. Do you want to continue to listen or not?
Yeah, let's continue to listen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you say that the third one was like the easiest to hear?
That's what I'm playing.
Many Barovians are born without a soul, and those who are turned into vampires without a soul become vampire zombies. Several young women whom the Dark Lord has turned were without souls, and became these horrid vampire zombies. The Dark Lord Strahd entombed these soulless vampire zombies in a secret crypt. That secret crypt lies beneath Bodina's monument. These zombie vampires must be destroyed, and the crypt blessed as consecrated sacred ground, protecting it from undead.
Could be sun or sword. It has an S sound.
Or like soul. Think about a soul.
There is a prayer
Think
book
about
in
the
the
sword.
church.
Think about the sun. Think
Read
about
the
the sword.
following prayers. The salutation to the dawn.
I'll give you
and the
these.
sunset
I'll give you
light.
these in a row.
Okay.
Nevermore night supplication. The death prayer. The prayer against the undead. And finally, in your name. Together they will bless and consecrate the crypt as sacred ground. You
Sign?
will also turn any remaining undead in the crypt to ash. The prayers must be read in order in the center of the crypt. You must not be interrupted during the blessing. I will know when it is done, and with Oleg's bones finally put to rest, and the crypt as consecrated ground, I will finally be able to rest.
I cannot.
Lies in the wall of the church's graveyard in the swamp. It is but a short distance. A riddle locks the crypt. Solve the riddle, and you shall enter.
I'm hearing taken by this way.
I'm hearing taken by the sign.
I heard sign too.
I hear sign.
Okay.
Well, we're gonna have to see what the riddle is.
I hear sign or side.
I think that'll help you too. Okay.
Yeah, I heard side as well.
I hear sign or side.
Or
I want to
side.
give you this thing, but you're doing
Could be
good.
soul.
So I think you're doing good enough. Okay, so having heard all this, as you look around, you see in front of Brother Gregor on the altar itself. You can see a book
Okay, that's the prayer book, I'm assuming.
right there. I'm sort of showing it to you. So I very nicely created two so you guys can share them. So it depends on how you want to do this. So do you remember your instructions?
Stand in the center,
We have to stand in the crypt and we have to say.
Read them in order.
Read them in order.
Okay,
and then we can't be interrupted.
so I'm going to give you the prayers in
I presume
order.
if we get interrupted, we have to start at the beginning.
That's correct. So it's the salutation to dawn. You should have them listed there.
Now,
Yeah, I do.
here's the question. Is it all five at the beginning or at the beginning of the book you got interrupted from? That's the
I
question.
would assume you have to restart in the beginning.
Of all five?
Yeah.
Okay.
So is this probably gonna be what, like 5 rounds we have to go through? Or
No.
1, 2, 3.
So salutation of the dawn, then the sunset prayer,
It's going to be like
Correct.
Boy, this is gonna suck because if you see a mosquito and
and
get
then
distracted by
it's
it,
the nevermore
Nevermore
night,
night supplication,
and then it's the death prayer.
death prayer,
Uh,
prayer against the undead, and finally in your name. So you should have 6 of them together, right?
I have that one. I don't know what these ones are. I don't see. Oh, here's prayer against the dead, and then the thing. So there's a couple extra prayers in there, but that makes sense to why there would be a couple extra prayers.
You just gotta make sure you number them so you remember.
I did.
Can you number this one too?
Yeah.
So I can guide you a little with Esmeralda here.
Well, can you tell us what the riddle says on the?
We'll find out the riddle when we're there, I presume.
Take
Right?
a look when we get there.
Yeah, exactly. We'll see
So
the riddle.
Esmeralda is going to suggest a plan, right?
Okay.
Because we have to go into crypt,
Yep. Full
right?
of vampire zombies.
Say again.
Full of vampire zombies.
Correct.
Yep.
We don't know how many.
Here you go.
I suggest we bathe ourselves naked in holy water.
It's a good idea.
Yeah,
Don't have much holy water,
that's true.
but it's a good idea. We should take holy water.
It's true.
Put some in mouth.
That's true. That is very much
a
true.
wine bottle full of holy water.
We can probably bathe someone.
Also, I think my camera just went out.
Oh, it did.
It did. That means it's run out of memory. You know, the only thing you can do is delete the memory, which you can do. Do you know how to do that?
I think, let me see
You
if
pull
I-
the top thing all the way towards you.
Yep.
Yeah, and then you'll get a little thing that says you can delete. And then delete it, and then you can just turn it back on. So, yes, so, if there is zombie vampires, you take your wine bottle, maybe, we douse someone.
Past
One-
darkness, and whoever's best at her memory can read. Or no, I can read in darkness. It is some disadvantage to hit me, but because I can see in the magical darkness, I can read off the prayers. And it makes them less likely to hit me, because they can't even see me.
Basically, then if it is you, I was going to suggest one person read, others defend.
Yeah, I think that's the
That's
best
the only best
bet.
way to do it, right?
Yeah.
The question is, who are best to fight against the zombies, vampires?
Well, we need radiant damage, so whoever
Which I can both do.
By the way,
Not now.
Wait, what?
Good question.
I can cast Spirit Ward on you. It protects you from undead.
Radiant damage
You have to
ring.
go through certain
He
things.
has Radiant Damage Ring.
You have to wait till
Ring
next
can
level.
go to anyone.
Yes.
Ring can be transferred to
Ring
another.
can be transferred. Who wants radiant damage ring?
Who
I do.
who
I don't
reads
use-
book? Who can read?
whoever I can
N cannot read, so this is not his
Now
type
one we
of
know is N. He's not gonna do it.
I have shield. I should defend.
Well, he's like our biggest hitter, so he should.
Okay.
So I think it's really up to W, Lazarus,
So what does the ring do?
Reedy, but I think Lazarus has the best idea by covering himself in his.
Yeah, I think I cover myself in darkness. That way,
Magical
Well,
darkness.
magical darkness. That way, nobody can see me in the center, but I can see everyone else. So they have this advantage hitting me, if they can even find me in there, and then I can read off the.
We don't know what it looks like in there, but that sounds good.
Now I will say there is a very strong chance that if you do darkness, everyone is going to be encompassed in the darkness.
There's a chance, yes.
So that's a big
It's
difference.
an area,
It's
Yeah,
an area
that's a big area of effect.
and they cannot see in darkness.
Then we
Vampires.
can't.
They have vampire sight.
That's why we hold hands, everybody. Come on, it's not that
But
hard.
we won't be able to see
Kindergarten.
either. We won't be
N
able to
can
see
cast
That's right.
Dark Vision.
Doesn't anyone
Is
have
there
the
any way to
spell
cast this?
Sanctuary?
No, you need double side. Dark vision is
Does
very
none,
bad.
does none of us have the spell Sanctuary?
No,
Okay.
No, I don't.
If we had a cleric,
I have Spirit Ward.
good cleric. Well,
All
Sanctuary
we have
prevents
to
enemies
do
from
is
attacking the
defend
person.
Person reading until they finish reading.
I say
Then
what
all
we
turn
do.
to ash. Remember?
I say what we do is
Ah, I have
he does.
sanctuary.
Can you cast it on yourself?
Yes.
Let me see.
You can cast on anyone.
It's a specialty of Dad Warlock.
See,
Well, I think what he does is he stays in the middle and all of us surround him.
Be Sanctuary.
So then any monster
My
that comes
question is, who is better fighting to defend, him or Reedy?
Well, he can cast Sanctuary on Reedy.
Should we have Reedy read? He has big blasts.
That's true. And he'll push the monsters back with his blasts.
Yeah.
Yeah, but depending on how big the room you're in, even if it's glass in the way, if you just run back up.
It's true.
That's
Do you
true.
think has the most advantageous?
Now I also would like to say Reedy's spells are all area of effect.
Yes.
That's probably better.
No.
To have, no, it's better for us because there might be a lot of them.
But if the room's small, guess who you might be hitting?
Everybody.
He burned that one time.
But
Sarah, I think there'll be enough. I think there'll be enough for him. I think it might be better to have AoEs against the good
Yeah, but you know what?
Honestly, I think
Deserve
Reedy is
my
more
kindness?
useful.
Obviously not. You're all bullies.
Because he can
No,
summon a creature anyway and just read while the creature does shit.
Yeah, I can summon a minion.
Oh,
I
okay.
can summon a minion, cast.
I could summon a minion too.
He
I
can
can
summon a
couple
minion,
minions.
cast Sanctuary on himself, and then just whittle on his thumbs.
we don't know how many vampires, do we?
No.
And we don't know how big the room is.
I
Because
imagine-
my worry is the room is going to be 20 feet wide. He's going to cast his area of his spec spell. All of us gets hit. Then it interrupts him.
This is only 5 feet. I thought this was only 5 feet.
But if we're standing close to
No,
Lazarus
some
to
of them,
protect him,
remember he was casting something.
Well,
he
why
has
don't
sleep
we
storm lightning
why
bolt
don't we
as
determine
regards
who
bolter.
reads it depending on the room? If it's a tight room, Reedy can read it. If it's a bigger room,
only 15 feet.
if it's a bigger room, he can read it. Why don't we do that, Sarah?
Thundercloud is only 5. Tidal Wave is probably bigger.
Sarah, why don't we just do it depending on the room size? If the room's
Yeah.
big, he'll read it. He'll read it. No, he'll read it. If the room's tiny, he'll
Tidal
read it.
Wave can be up to 30 feet long. That doesn't really make sense. Up to 10 feet wide, 10 feet tall.
Even if we all get hit by tidal wave, it wipes them out too.
It does, but if he gets hit, it interrupts him.
Shit,
Yeah.
no good.
Because it can't be interrupted.
5-foot
That's right,
radius
that's true.
sphere.
Ice Knife is also a 5-foot radius sphere.
We'll give Reedy the book. He'll read it if
All
it's
of his
tight.
spells
If it's
will
not tight,
interrupt.
he'll read it.
We know his blast direct hit.
Yep. Yep, there's no area effect, so.
Who has
5 to
who has the
15
thing that
mostly
shoots
fine.
and hits everybody in a line?
Yeah.
We would have to try to line them up.
Yeah.
What we have to do is defend the reader.
Well, what we could do, yeah,
We
defend
have
the
to circle
reader.
reader. Reader in the middle, everyone around the reader.
Yep.
We can do spike growth, create an area around us where if anyone moves, they get hurt. And then,
How big is that?
It's like 20 feet radius.
Now I have another question.
Oh, shit.
Because we might be able to cheese
She's
it.
gonna say, can she use her hut?
Can I summon my tiny hut, have Lazarus go in the hut, say the words, and we're all outside, and then he's totally protected?
Yeah,
Well, here's the question: does the hut count as a different plane of existence?
It doesn't
Is it a separate? Is it separate from the world around it?
hut.
'Cause I think it is.
I think it is.
I think the hut is separate. Because what's the hut name? What's the name of the hut, Sarah?
Liam's tiny hut.
Perhaps we go
Okay.
right tonight, being DM and Ezra. Let us go see if we can open crypt, and then we will have crypt open, and we can go down. We can talk there, and then we can go down. Maybe we get an idea of the space.
Yeah.
Don't have
You know
any.
what? We can send your little imp down there to map it out for us
Sarah.
first.
So while they can't see
figure it
us,
out.
anything can still pass through the hut. From the looks of it.
Creatures and objects with an emanation when you cast can move freely through it. All other creatures and objects are barred from passing through it. So it's within the emanation can freely pass through it, but people on the outside can't.
It's cheating.
It is cheating.
I'm not sure what to say. I mean, if you take their rules literally.
So basically, as soon if I cast it, it spawns around me for 10 feet. Everyone outside of it can't go in. Everyone inside of it can move freely.
Okay, hold up. Here's the next question then. Is Liam and Tiny Hut counts as the same space? For instance, could him reading it in the hut, since it's kind of like a different area, not count as being
That's
in the
what I'm
area?
wondering. If it
I would
doesn't
say
make it closed
no.
off. Yeah.
Or else it becomes very cheap and very unfair. Because it's kind of like its own bubble world, right? That's how I would read it.
People can't see you in it.
No,
Can't
but
be
we can
seen,
see. We
but you
can
can see
see.
out.
We can
of
see
it.
out.
It's like X-ray vision, basically.
When they create all this stuff, they
But it's
never
almost
know
like a
all the
barrier. It's almost like a
applications.
barrier, right?
Yeah. That's the problem. They can't foresee every specific instance and how it's used. It's up to you as to whether or not, I guess, you want to use it or if you want to try to.
No, I think we'll save it. I have Fireball, so I can cast Fireball if we need to.
Ooh.
Can you meld it?
No.
Okay.
Depending on the size of the
You're a
space.
sword wizard, not a war wizard.
Yeah, I'm a sword wizard.
Here's the deal, too.
Or education wizard is like.
Here's the deal. How fast can a person read? Read fast, right? Read words. Just read words.
It's a lot of reading.
There's a lot of reading, but just read the words. Don't care whether.
I think it'll be.
It acts as a separate
I
space from
think
the surroundings.
no. I think what we need to do is we should have your imp scope it out. If we deem it big enough for Reedy to be able to fight, then we can have Reedy fight. If it's too small, then we should have Reedy do the reading.
Okay.
Sounds pretty good.
Okay.
See, the thing is, if the sermon is like a couple minutes, it's like 10, that could be like a dozen rounds or more, like a couple, like 2 dozen rounds.
It's going to be a long time.
Yeah.
Without knowing what is down there. Because he didn't say numbers.
Yeah.
No numbers. Even I do not know.
28.
28?
Yeah, 20.
That is dead. That is kicking.
Not
That
if
is
we
used.
read fast
That
enough.
is used 10.
Not if we're reading fast enough.
They're awake, and they're not all of the officials in there.
Yeah, what if we're just really, really quiet when we go down there?
Sure.
Here's the other thing. Am I too tall that you can go in there?
I'm going to have to. That's why I say tonight, let us go solve.
Let's just solve the riddle.
And then
Have you ever heard measuring tape
and then I can make sure I know, because I don't know it to the extent of what you're asking. However, there are 6 books, so it's going to take 6 rounds. You're going to be able to read one of the poems
Okay.
in each round.
That's not too bad.
That's not too bad.
That's not bad at all.
I just read that, so yeah. Actually, that makes it easy.
Yeah. So we have a time frame that we know
You
now.
gotta remember, Priest, as a party member. I was an honorary reader.
Yeah, you're
I would have said N because he was a holy man, but he can't read.
Yeah.
Well, priest could have turned. Sometimes.
That's true.
That's true. The priest could have turned the undead.
However, we go out to
But I think both my characters, because they can do radiant damage,
so
are
she
probably the best
says
at.
take
Fighting.
Do they have a ring that does radiant damage?
Reedy has a ring.
Oh, that's pretty good.
ring can be transferred to someone else. Then give it back.
Is he going to be reading? Who's reading?
He
We
is
don't know
Reedy.
yet.
His name is Reedy.
I was gonna say his name's Reedy, so it would make sense if he
If he
did the
reads,
reading.
give me the radiant ring. If you're reading, let me use the radiant ring.
I don't care. You can use the radiant ring. Take it.
What does it do?
Radiant damage ring. I don't know. I was trying to look it up because it doesn't actually
Okay, I can look it up.
say. But when I look up radiant damage ring, I'm not really actually getting anything. I'm getting callous.
I can find
I'm
it.
getting callous glow ring, and then I'm getting ring
Ring
of
can give
radiance.
ring to someone else.
Ring of radiance is something else where you have, it basically makes it.
You should not take ring. You should be hitting it.
That's why is it only
You're a
spells
bigger
that?
hitter.
Yeah, no, the ring you hit.
Radiant ring is spell, right?
Is it only spell?
So if it's the ring of radiance, it's a hidden bow that shoots radiant damage bolts for 2d6. If it's this callous glow ring, it only does 2 radiant
It's
damage.
not the callous glow.
Is it the bow, the radiant bow? That
must be.
So is it the ring of radiance?
Yeah.
I didn't know.
He can't use it because it's a spell.
Okay, yeah,
He's
I-
a spell modifier.
This just said radiant damage. Whatever I wrote just said radiant
Look
damage.
at me.
I assume it's that.
You have big hits with
That's true.
yeah, either I say either Esmeralda or Reedy keeps it if Reedy's
Yeah.
not reading.
I think Reedy should keep it because
Yeah.
both my characters can already do radiant.
That's pretty good, Dan. That's pretty good.
Yeah. I'm gonna change the name.
We just need to make sure, it's Grutz needs to hit it.
Depending on who's reading, I think
Yeah.
the other person should get the ring, and then the other person.
I think reading is between Reedy
And yeah, it makes the most sense
Depends
to
on
have
who-
both one of
When
them.
you hit with your bolts, they're big. It's your problem is roll. Roll. But, well, that's why I think you're
Powerful but
you got the name. Okay.
I have a couple ways I could protect people with silvery barbs, so I can react and prevent them from doing damage to the reader. So hopefully that will help too.
Is that defense?
Yeah, it's a spell for
Sure.
reaction.
So we can exit church. We need to go north and west.
Yes.
It said. So, all right.
Too far.
Huh?
Too far. I saw a lot.
No, it's okay.
I saw more than you want.
Nah, nothing can be a secret anymore. It's just the way it is.
I have to go in and move everything off, and then
That's what you get.
I know. That's okay. I'd rather you see this stuff. It makes it a little bit more interesting. All right. So just in case, I need to get my technical support in here to remove Jimmy Carlisle. God, what am I doing? All right. All right.
Fuck.
Okay. Not gonna fuck around with all this other stuff. There's crap in the way, but we will make it to. All right. So you guys leave. You exit the church. Go out the back. The area is. You can see the graveyard. That's the graveyard area. You know, all we're off to the right is where you know you're gonna have to go with the bones of Oleg to bury him.
Yes.
But
We gotta wait
let's
to
go
do
take
that.
care of Marina. We decided to do that
Yes.
first. Okay. So you guys are going to walk through the area, and you know you're heading northwest. You come to let's see if they. So you're just kind of scouting around, and through the fog you can see an elevated a few feet above the surrounding marsh. There's like a piece of land that you can see, and there is a gate that is surrounding this raised area that you can see. And it's got a disintegrating iron fence. In the center of the plot is a life-size stone monument carved in the likeness of a beautiful young peasant girl.
Okay, so
Although her
that's
features are gray and weather-worn, she
$150 for
she bears a striking resemblance to Irina. You're seeing her and you're looking and recognizing her. Carved into the monument's base is an epitaph, and it reads, Marina.
Not enable auto.
I wish I could show this to you.
I didn't.
Don't think I have it. Let me see if they show.
Should I say no?
What is it?
Fucking Norden sent an auto payment somehow to me, even though I have a different credit card and I don't remember setting it up. And it's 150, which is fucking
I don't
outrageous.
know if I would click anything.
Well, I gotta think
Contact
from,
them.
I gotta, yeah, I might instead of clicking one of these, contact Norden.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking bullshit. I was wondering what the fuck I got the notification, but then Michael got the email from it.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck, and I was looking at it.
Yeah.
Okay, this is.
I think that happened to you once too.
So at the base of this thing,
Month in advance.
it says Marina, M-A-R-I-N-A, and then below that are 3 words. You're gonna want to write these down.
Okay.
The first word is masks.
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 Taken by the masks.
The next word is they.
Taken by the they.
Mask they
The
take.
third word is bitten.
Taken by the
JoJo reference, the mask that turns people into vampires.
That's true.
So in church we hear what?
Taken by the
Soul.
sun.
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 By the sun.
Taken by the sun.
Do these letters
Ah,
straight out
sun.
taken by sign?
Uh,
Sun?
No. These would say taken by the bidden day masks. They masks they bidden.
Well,
We're
maybe
gonna
it's
have
like
to
a
work
read-
these
Yeah,
letters.
readings letter.
It must
Oh,
be.
yeah.
What is it called?
Yeah, pencil.
What is it called when the letters are different in different order?
I am Lord Voldemort. Tom Marvel.
Yeah,
Riddle.
yeah. Is riddle is what do you call that? You're an English major. What is that called?
I don't know.
Oh, give me a pencil too. I want to see if I can get Michael.
What's it called? You guys work with it.
It's
You're
some
an
sort of.
English major.
I don't know.
English major.
It's some sort of. It's just a fucking puzzle.
No, it's letters. Letters written K-E-N. Different words. Here it is. Here's more detail. An anagram is a word phrase or
Taken by the mist.
Yeah, I was about to get that
As
too.
you say that, the front of the statue slides open, and there's an
Did
opening
you-
there that you can go
Did
on.
you do what I did where you wrote
Yeah,
that and then I crossed it out?
100%.
Yeah.
100% what I did.
So
I
I
wrote the
wrote
words.
last they bitten, and then I took out each letters because I knew B and Y was by,
Yeah.
and then I knew it was taken by, and then I just couldn't figure out the last, and then I was like, oh, okay, the, and then missed.
You're good.
Yeah, look at that. Boom.
So, I mean, I need to write this guy back and tell him, that is really way too hard to figure out. There's no way you would think and concentrate on what people were saying in the background. And yet you did recognize, I give you a lot of credit for that. And you were right, when I first heard it, my interpretation was your interpretation. It's trying to sound creepy.
That's what I thought too. It was just trying to sound creepy.
Why are you going to listen to that? There's no...
Well, my thing is, if they know the answer to the riddle, why do they even like go, oh, we don't know?
We need your help.
He has to give you, he has to someone, the guy that wrote this thing, because this is not in the original Curse of Strahd. So this part of it, this guy wrote this stuff, and he's got to give you the means to get in. And it is a riddle, so
You know-
it was kind of fun to play. There's
Yeah.
very few riddles, I think, in these adventures, and you guys like to do riddles.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
sad. Nobody builds them into the adventures.
Yeah.
All the riddles you've been given, I've taken from separate books of riddles. They just don't build them in.
You know, I think what it was he created the riddle so he knew the answer, and so I think as he was creating the way to get the answer, to him it seemed easy.
Yes.
Because, you know, he already knew it, and so he knew what to look for.
Yeah.
But for an outsider's perspective, when they did it,
Yes.
he probably didn't think, okay,
If you go back and listen to those, if I play them again for you, you'll hear it.
yeah.
You know,
She's just taken by the mist?
Taken by the mist. You'll hear it. And you'll go, oh,
Bullshit. She's saying take it by the side.
yeah, you'll hear it though. It's
What?
Believe me, you hear it almost like daylight.
Bullshit,
It's almost clear.
It's like once you know what it
You
is,
know
you
what?
hear it.
Maybe it's because the spirits do like a weird like sound. It sounds like she said like an S sound to begin with.
Bro, it sounds like she's saying take it by the side.
Or the sun, you know. It's like that's what
I heard sign.
I knew it was taken by us, so I knew I just needed to take.
Okay, so we can talk a little bit more. Here, let me do this. See if you can hear it.
I want to hear it.
Supposedly you have to move these people into this area to activate it. Here.
How'd you turn it up?
Yeah.
To rest. The dark lords.
Oh, I hear it now. Taken by the
A
mist.
young village girl who he believed was the reincarnation.
Yeah, it's mist. Taken by the mist. Yeah, that's what it was.
Taken by the mist, not mists.
The dark
I think after she said sign, it's maybe the spirit sign.
Yeah, after he said sun, that's all I heard.
What'd you say?
After he said sun, that's all I could hear.
Son?
Yeah, when he first said it's taken by the sun, that's all I could register with
I
my
heard
head.
sign.
When you guys said taken by that, I knew you had enough to get it, so that's why. Okay, so so think about for next time how you guys want to organize
Yep.
it and do. Well, you've already said you want to measure. Yeah, we've gone long enough. We're at 9:40, so I don't want to go any longer.
Taken by the mists.
Yeah, we'll meet next week. We'll go down into the crypt and we'll.
Okay.
You guys can devise your plan of attack and who reads. Perfect.
Remember, guys,
Very
no
good.
running. You remember what happened to Roderick?
Yeah, you can't turn around and run away.
Remember what happened to Roderick?
It's true, he got killed by skeletons.
Once we're in there, we can't just run out.
To be fair, he got killed by a lot of skeletons.
He did. But like,
Yes.
God knows how many zombie vampires there are.
28.
It's not very scary if there's 28.
Okay, think of it this way, just because they're vampires doesn't mean they don't have the brains of zombies.
Well, it depends which side you're more impressed, right? Is it more impressed that they're vampires? Just the